there today?
I'm here. That's a good starter.
First time in Sirius, right?
Yeah, it's my first time.
It's been a while since
God,
you've been on.
These.
The famous cupcakes.
They're famous, but
take one if you want. They're
maybe
good.
a little too famous for me. I think they're too famous.
Excellent.
I think they're just too damn famous for me. Wow, this is cool.
So excited to be here?
Yeah, I haven't been here. I haven't been on this location. I haven't even been on Howard's show.
It's been a while,
except
right?
for on the phone.
Yeah. So right in here.
Yeah. I go in here. Is this my spot?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So what are you going to be talking about today? Your new movie?
My new movie, yeah, Angels and Demons. I hope. But you never know.
One of the things
You
talk about.
never know with Howard what you're going to talk about.
It's true. Anything can come up.
Anything can, and usually does. But yeah, Angels and Demons, which opens. Today's Wednesday.
Yes, it is.
Friday. It opens Friday. So that'll be great.
All right. So hang tight, and we'll see you in a little bit.
You bet. You bet.
Ron Howard is one of the most successful directors in America. He's probably the top. I don't know. Who are the top 5 directors? Let's ask Ron. Ron, are you the top 5 directors in America? I mean, if we're going to really think about it, I think you are, right?
Well,
who's better than you?
There's some pretty good people out there making good movies all the time. I'm good. How are you? Nice to see you.
Good, thanks.
This is my spot?
Yeah, take a seat anywhere you want.
Great.
Not too many strippers have sat there recently. You'll be fine. You're wearing jeans. It's fine. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
You nervous with this movie coming out? Angels and Demons?
I'm kind of excited.
You are?
Well, the Da Vinci Code showed that there's a big audience for, Tom Hanks playing this kind of a character.
By the way, I made a mistake. Da Vinci Code worldwide made $780 million.
760.
And we were just trying to figure out what your take is on that. That's got to be 10%, right?
So I'm really excited about the movie because
he's going to make another big payday.
Do you get $76 million for that? I mean, I would think that would be fair that you would get.
I think it would be fair too.
You don't think? But they don't give you that?
No, it doesn't, because that's the gross.
Right.
But
your deal is off the gross.
And then there's that's the gross what the theaters bring in. It's about slightly less than half that is what the studios get.
That's true. Right.
Which is probably why you were reducing it. Your business savvy was kicking in. That's why you cut it in half.
Aren't you disgusted that the theater? Let's say you go off and you make a movie for 2 years and you're thinking about this thing and you could make a lot of you have to choose your movie.
Right.
The theater gets 50% of every dollar. Does that bother you at all?
No.
It doesn't?
No, because they got to stay in business, and
But don't the studios somehow own some of those theaters, and then they end up getting the double dip?
There's always that, But
right.
and the fact is, the way it really works is there's like a ratio. So in the beginning, the first couple of weeks, the studios take a little more than the 50. It just kind of averages out to around 45 or 50%.
I mean, you should get if you make a film that makes $760 million, you should benefit. I mean, you made the film.
I think he benefited.
I benefited.
I think he does benefit.
Do you have to split everything with Brian Grazer?
We've had that partnership for 20-some years. Everything goes into the pot.
So it's 50-50 with you, too?
But you know what? 24 goes into the pot, too. And that's, Brian.
Nice.
And Brian produced that.
Oh, yeah.
So anything he produces,
show,
you get half of?
Huh?
Anything he produces, you get half.
Everything just goes into a pot.
Wow.
I see the name Imagine, which is your film company, your production company. I see your name on everything, Imagine.
Right.
I can't imagine how you guys can be that involved in all of these projects. What do? You farm them out to people? I mean, you can't be that involved in everything.
Well, I mean, it's a company, so we have some great executives,
right?
Karen Kahila and others who who do great work, and executive producers and directors.
Has Imagine had any failures that I don't know about? I mean, it seems like everything's a winner with you.
Well, let's keep it like that.
Are there failures?
Of course, we have disappointments.
What is your greatest disappointment?
Who, as a director, maybe?
Okay, what film did you make? I can't even think. What film did you make that didn't do well financially that you think should have been?
Well, I made a Western. With The Missing, with Cate Blanchett and Tommy Lee Jones. I loved this movie.
But
we really couldn't get people to go see it.
Is that right?
That happens.
The Missing?
Yeah.
It's your worst nightmare. You put in 2 years.
I see everything, and I don't think I saw that.
But I love the movie. I mean, so if you,
Did it get good reviews?
Mixed reviews, but it's real glowing. Some loved it. Some didn't like it much at all.
I'm going to rent it.
It's good.
I will watch it.
I personally am really proud of it.
I missed that one. I really did. I mean, I see pretty much everything you do.
Well, we talked about Frost Nixon. You could.
Yeah, I love Frost Nixon.
But are there any that were personal disappointments that you thought, all right, you go into every concept, of course, with great expectations, that you didn't like the final result, that you didn't
There are always elements of everything that you wish you had another chance to do, and so forth. But I sort of quit talking about it because one time somebody said, "Well, what's your least favorite movie?" And I was talking, and it was a bunch of kids. It was high school students at a class, and I'm talking to them very frankly, very honestly, and I told them, and the look of disappointment because that was their favorite. So once I make them, it's not really up to me. It's people like the ones they like.
You sit and watch these films ever? Do you ever
go back and see them again?
Yeah.
I don't, unless I have to do a DVD 20th anniversary commentary, which I've been around long enough that that's starting to come up.
Right, and also you were honored recently. I have the DVD. I haven't watched it yet. There was like a whole commemoration of your career and all the films you've made. Right? It was a whole.
I didn't see that, but I know about it.
Why wouldn't you go back and watch these films? Well, I'd be proud of them.
I am proud of them. If I bump into them or something, and I watch a few scenes, but I saw them a lot. When we made them.
But when you let's say you're laying in bed and you watch TV and Splash comes on or something.
If I catch it in the middle, I'll watch a few scenes.
You will.
When I did we did a commentary for that a while back. I was really proud of it. I thought it worked great. We did a Parenthood one. Now there's going to be a new television series based on Parenthood.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Ka-ching.
Well, thank you.
Wow.
It's the same guy who created Friday Night Lights as a movie. I mean, as a television show for us. And he came to Brian and I and said, I want to do Parenthood, and I want to do this family. And we said, why don't you just invent your own family? He says, well, I love the structure of that family and those characters. And he wrote a fantastic script, and the pilot got picked up.
I mean, if you're not one of the wealthiest guys in Hollywood, then who is? I mean, you've got to be tremendously successful financially. I'm thinking this through. I mean, I started a production company. I used to make these productions. You couldn't get paid.
Right.
But you're able to.
But he manages,
You're able to make a living out of it. I
try to get paid as often as possible.
But how many projects do you consider every year that don't get, not everything gets picked up. Not everything gets a go.
Oh, no. I mean, for me as a director, I'm always developing 5 or 6 things, and I can only do a movie every 18 months.
Right now, do you have 5 movies in mind that you want to make?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
You mean that you're actively developing
the
script?
But will the screenplays come together? Could you ever get the right casting? So it's one thing to have an idea that you're passionate about, but then it's another thing to get it to the next level where you think, we can really make a movie that's, going to mean something.
Why have you avoided making a superhero film? You've gone out of your way not to do Spider-Man. You could have been directing.
By the way, I know I said that in an interview a long time ago. I mean, this is not the recent iteration with Sam.
Batman,
Raimi.
Spider-Man, and Harry Potter. Even you turned down.
Yeah, well, I did. Yeah.
Were you regretting any of that?
No, because I didn't think I'm not a comic book guy.
You're not.
I did as a kid. I wasn't reading them. I'm not crazy. So
in other words, you had a life
to make those movies.
Actually, we saw his life.
I was working. I was a little busy working.
We saw his life.
I was obsessed with comic books as a kid, but then again, you as a kid, I mean, you were doing some cool stuff. You were on TV.
I was on TV. But the thing is, if you're going to do those movies, you can't be cynical about them, and you can't manufacture them. Right. I think you got to love what you're doing, and that's and I've been fortunate. The movies that I make, the whole array of them, whether it's comedies or How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Angels and Demons. These are ideas that fascinate me.
Did you see Spider-Man?
Oh yeah.
Did you like it?
I liked it very much. And of course, my daughter Bryce was in the third one.
And I want to ask you about Bryce in a second. But did you see Star Trek, the new one?
Yeah.
State of the art, right?
Liked it very much.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, J.J. Abrams did a fantastic job.
But do you want to do something like that? I know you've done real space movies. Mm-hmm. But what about the fantasy movies?
I would, fantasy, and I'm actually working on a couple of sci-fis.
Yeah? Oh, you are?
Yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
J.J. Abrams asked me how his movie was going to do Star Trek. I had seen it, and I said, you're going to make $79 million. And he said, if I get $79 million, I will give you a blowjob, he told me.
And we haven't seen him since.
Turns out he's a bullshitter.
I can't get all of it.
He's one of them Hollywood bullshitters.
Empty promises.
Are people in Hollywood bullshitters? I mean,
really, Ron? Are they?
I think when it comes to blowjobs, just pretty much all the time.
You promised blowjobs and not giving them. Tease. But I'm waiting for it. And I don't. Since he's blowing me, I don't think that's gay. For me, I mean, for him it is. But who knows? I don't know. You figure it out.
79 million. There's no gay, straight. It's all the same. Everybody's having fun.
But
Everybody understands.
No, but I mean, there are people you've worked with that are horror scenes, right? You've worked on movies that you've absolutely hated working. You once said, I think you once said that Val Kilmer was a nightmare to work with.
He was pretty erratic. He had nightmarish days.
Yeah,
there were nightmarish days, and then there were great days because he's talented, you know.
But you know, for an actor to dick around with you is so stupid, because here you are successful. You might use them in every single movie.
That's right. You might make another movie.
What kind of jackass
I'll tell you
piss
something.
you off?
I don't want to,
Val Kilmer.
Why later I worked with him again on something. But
you did?
Yeah. But the thing is...
Yeah, Val built a deck at Ron's house.
He's his carpenter?
And he had some real nightmare days.
and he later did he played Jim Morrison. He did The Doors, which is an Imagine movie, you know.
Yeah, right.
And look, because I started off as an actor.
Right.
I understand.
You understand these crackpots?
I understand. It's a very emotional
Aunt B was a real
job.
asshole.
And that Barney, oh my God.
There were moments. I'll be honest. There were moments. So, I'm sympathetic to all that. And at a certain point, if somebody's, making it difficult, I acknowledge that too and try to work through it. But I cast them for a reason, and it's because I want what they can do when the cameras are rolling. And it doesn't matter much,
but
how
Tom
I feel
Hanks
about
doesn't give you any trouble.
Oh well, Hanks is kind of
he's
a
so
dream.
easy. You see, I might use him in my film.
Tom is unbelievable, and he's
Great
got
actor.
complete integrity about what he does.
He shows up on the set. He knows his lines.
More than that, I mean, it's first of all, it starts with a script, not in some sort of bullying superstar way. He's a great writer himself. He contributes, and he leads by example. Like if you're working out there, we were working in Rome. We were working in Rome. In front
How
of the
long
Pantheon.
do you spend on Angels and Demons? I'm not talking about developing. I mean, how long do you spend shooting this thing?
I guess about 4 months.
4 months.
80-some shooting days.
Okay.
And so we were filming high pressure in Rome.
Right.
We started the movie in Rome.
Right.
And we only had limited amount because it's the summertime. It's tourist season. They probably, the Vatican is not thrilled we're there anyway.
Vatican doesn't like you. They feel you're anti-Catholic.
Right. So
why though? I don't get it.
You never read the books.
Yeah, but
why is Ron anti-Catholic?
Because he's making the movies.
apparently that's.
If you give the Vatican $10 million, they'll look the other way.
Where were you when I was trying to figure this movie out?
In Jersey.
He was in jail.
That's right. You'd have to bail him out to get his
I had to
advice.
bribe a priest.
Sir, explain it to the controversy to me with this movie. Why are
well, it's turning out to be not so controversial now that some members of the church have actually started seeing it. We actually got a review from a Catholic publication that said, "Hey, it's fun, it's smart, and it does no damage to the church." Two nuns, I don't know, it's I don't know, the Ebert and Roper of
Catholic League or something.
I don't know. Reviewed it, and they said it was really great. They really enjoyed it. And they weren't threatened by it.
I don't know if you heard, but they've been defrocked.
They had one criticism for me, about like just the way I shot one of the action scenes. So everybody's a critic.
The
right?
action scene.
The
nuns were like, the car chase wasn't believable.
We had to hold it back for PG-13, and so they didn't like that.
So you're excited about this, but nervous. And is there a competition in the family? Your daughter is starring in Terminator.
Well, it doesn't come out for another week.
All right, so you're not the same weekend.
No, not the same weekend.
No, but are you rooting for her?
Of course,
you are.
Of course.
But is there a competition in a sense?
You think he would want to demolish his daughter's film?
Yes, it's Hollywood.
I mean, let me ask you something. This is a tough question. This is very Sophie's choice.
Okay.
If you could wish that your film makes over $100 million,
right,
and is a huge success,
right,
but that would mean your daughter's film has to bomb.
Wow.
What would you take? Or yours has to bomb, and her film is great. Who would you choose?
You got me.
Be honest.
I wasn't expecting it. What time is it?
You want your film to succeed over hers. Of course.
Well, I have a profit participation, and she doesn't. So in the global scheme of things,
it's good for the family.
Are you surprised your daughter's career is doing so well?
She worked so hard at it, and could could have been great as a kid, but I never would let her. And I have another daughter who's just left NYU, Paige, who had a cool part in
Tisch.
Adventure.
She went to Tisch?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you let your daughter act when she was a kid?
Well,
what's wrong with that?
It's real. You know what? I was lucky. My dad was is still. Matter of fact, he's in Angels and Demons. He plays one of the Cardinals in Angels and Demons. It's very cool. He really was, because he's a freelance actor. He had a lot of time. Two things: he had free time when he wasn't working, and B, he really knew the ropes. And he was a great supervisor to have around the set. He was a great safety net. And Cheryl and I were not feeling like we were willing to dedicate that kind of time. Plus, look, the whole, following in the footsteps of
Dad,
who happened to have been in two, iconographic shows that were, with Opie and Richie and all that. Very hard for a kid to shouldn't have to compete with that.
I agree.
And last but not least, most kids don't really make the transition from childhood into adult. So if you're really serious about it as a lifetime,
a beaver,
you want to start go to school, immerse yourself in it, and then make a career out of it as an adult. Yeah.
Well, do you think that you're angry with your father for putting you in the business at a young age?
I'm so grateful.
You are
grateful beyond words,
but
because it worked out. I love
it. He was running around shooting movies at home.
But hold on
anyway.
a second.
I always
wait
loved
a
it.
second.
Right.
All right.
Dr. Stern.
Let
me lie down here.
Go lay down. I don't believe what you're saying. I think he's saying that publicly.
Okay.
What do you think he's doing at home?
I think at home he's on a psychiatrist couch and saying, my father, instead of being a father and protecting me, put me in that horrible business. That's what I think.
It worked out so well for me.
You are so turned off to parents who put their kids in acting. You probably don't even like when you have to work with kids on the set and you see these yentas who put their kids in these movies.
Some are great and some aren't. Some are great and some aren't. But I tell you what, it's a lot of work, and you better be responsible about it. And here's what my dad did that was great, and my mom. I never felt that.
But why did they need
career.
to do it? Why did they need to put you in TV and Andy Griffith? Did they need it for their ego? Did they want you to support the family?
How did it happen? Did somebody see you, or did they actually send you out on auditions?
The way it happened was I started working really young. And like at 4, when we were living in New York.
So they took you to places.
Yeah.
See?
And the way it really started was that my dad was directing summer stock, and I started picking up on the dialogue that the actors were doing because they had no babysitter, and I was hanging around watching. Everybody thought that was adorable, and so I was doing these scenes, and my dad and I would do these scenes for friends, whatever, coming around, and I was pretty good.
Isn't it a miracle that your life ended up not like, Leave It to Beaver's life or
it's a kind of a miracle.
Eddie Munster. I mean, you really made the transition beautifully.
They point to two people, him and Jodie Foster, the two that sort of made it.
Do you get together with Jodie Foster and say, look how lucky we are?
We haven't done that.
Like
but,
a group?
The group of successful child actors?
Kurt Russell was a pretty successful child actor, too, who I've worked
there
with.
Are a few.
But it's and look, here's the thing. I always loved it. So where I think kids run into trouble is two ways. One, they don't really learn how to act very well. My dad was an excellent teacher. I was around good people. The environment was good. It was very constructive. I was actually learning how to do something.
Right.
Not just be like a trained animal.
Not a cute.
Now, smile, or now
in other words,
fake
Ron,
tear.
the kids rely on their cuteness more than the actual actors.
You
not
always
really
treated
learning
it
how to be in a scene or
as a craft.
And so that was and that was a huge advantage. And the other thing is that I had no ambivalence about it. So most people go through that adolescent period where the work slows down. That happened to me too, and that's just reason enough to be discouraged. And it wasn't for me. In fact, it's one of the reasons I wanted to become a director was because I loved it so much, the whole process, the whole environment, that I didn't want to be sitting around waiting for phones to ring. I wanted to be the catalyst for my own creative life.
Does your daughter ask you for advice, or does she do her own thing?
Does her own thing.
She didn't come to you and say, I'm thinking of doing Terminator. Dad, what do I do? Do I do this film?
No, just about never.
That's probably good.
Well, the other thing I noticed about you, though, you didn't raise your children in Hollywood, so you don't have those Hollywood kids.
One of the reasons we moved east, but I'm not sure it has to do with the place. You were asking about Bryce. When we were driving to NYU.
Right.
To do her audition, because if you're auditioning for the Tisch program, you have to come in and do monologues and things like that.
Right.
So we're driving there, and I seem to be a little more nervous than she is, and I'm saying, so did you pick a monologue? Did you? She said, yeah. I said, do you want to do it for me just while we're driving? No, I don't want to do it. well, why don't you just do it? Just run through it. You don't want to just go into the room cold. You want to just run through it. No, I'm not going to do it, Dad. Well, I'd really like to hear it. No, I got it. I'm a goddamn top 10 director. I want you to do your monologue from me now.
And she still wouldn't do it. Right?
She still wouldn't do it, and she got accepted.
I understand.
Well, I respect it. I respected it a lot better after she got in.
Mm-hmm.
Did you secretly think, because it's really hard when it's your daughter, did you secretly think this is a mistake? What is she doing with her life? She doesn't have to do this. She could be happier doing something else.
One of the reasons we left L.A. was that I didn't want any of our 4 kids to feel compelled to go into the business, like it's all they knew. And so they grew up in an environment where they saw that there were a lot of people doing a lot of different things, and still 2 of them fell in love with it.
Did you bring them to the set when they were kids and all that?
Yeah.
That's where they fall in love with it.
Well, yeah, but two not interested at all. And God bless
what's
them.
with Bryce? She with a guy? Because
she's married.
Oh, she's married?
Yeah, to Seth Gable.
But he
Very
can't
good actor.
compete with
White
you.
guy?
He can't compete
Seth,
with you.
the black guy.
I've got a few black Seths.
There's very few black sets. Not that you would have minded, but whatever goes. Whatever
sure,
goes.
she's in love.
Yeah.
Show business is a different thing, though. If you bring your child to your work and that's your work, it's easy to fall in love with. Like, my father always took me to work, but I didn't fall in love with installing antennas.
No.
Why he was in show business too.
So, you know?
I think that's the way
I love climbing roofs.
Are you comfortable with Bryce doing nude scenes?
Oh, that man! I'll
I'm
tell
not.
you. Well, thank you.
I'm not. I know you now.
She had to do that at college. They
She
had
was
this
naked?
experimental. Yeah.
That is wrong. Now, let me tell you something. My daughter is a graduate of Tisch,
Right.
and I'll tell you something. That's not right for the under the
I'll tell you, my
college
dad.
auspices.
I brought my dad to the play.
Was it a male professor?
It was. Yeah, you bet.
That'd be like Professor Howard Stern. Bryce, I need you to get naked. for this.
Productions are nude.
what
Yes.
is
Well,
this?
this was sort of nonstop. I mean, she had her clothes on for about the first 10 minutes, but it was avant-garde. So anyway, my dad came to see the show,
Right.
and we're watching it, and didn't realize quite how nude she would be for that period of time.
Oy vey.
And we're sitting here next to my dad and everything, and it's gratefully there was no intermission, so the show was over. And I turned to him and he said, you know what? That's courageous, and as an actor, she'll never have to be afraid again. And I thought that was the coolest thing for a 70-something-year-old guy to say about it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sitting here thinking they make such a big deal about these Barrymores, but you're building like a little bit of a dynasty with the Howards.
It's not. It's not intentional, but it seems. Well, look, he left the farm. He by the way, he didn't like farming any more than he liked antennas.
That's right.
But you know, watching your daughter nude in a play, to me, the only thing more awkward, and I've done this, would be being at a bachelor party and watching the groom get a blowjob next to the father of the bride.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that might be more awkward.
Yeah.
Well, there were moments where you're, like things are a little tense. There was like a little bit of fake stage violence there with a guy kind of dominating her, her and stuff. And it was, I had an impulse to like
Beat the shit out of
charge the stage,
Yes.
tackle that son of a bitch.
I would imagine it'd be very hard for a kid to have a father like Ron Howard.
Sure.
And then you want to go into acting. I mean, I would just think it's crazy. And then, you think about all the people in your life, too, who you must feel the ugly green jealousy on your back when you think Chachi's probably staring at you.
I don't know that.
Potsy.
Well, in Chachi's reality show, did you see that part of? I don't know if Ron ever saw Scott Bale's reality show. Scott
I never
Bale
did. No, I heard
I
about
can't
it.
believe you're not obsessed with seeing that.
Ron's brother, Clint Howard,
he-
is in a scene. They see each other.
Right.
And Scott goes to Clint Howard, and this had to be awkward for your brother, but Scott says to him, I've been trying to get in one of your brother's movies for years.
Oh, no.
I mean, that is like, what does Clint say to that? All right, let me make a call.
When you are casting a new movie, do you hear from these characters, this leech, all these guys, they want to leech onto you?
No.
Andy Griffith.
Andy Griffith, major pain in the ass. No one in Hollywood is a major pain.
There's no way Donnie Most or Anson Williams has your number.
I talk to those guys all the time.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
You really do?
Oh yeah.
I believe it.
Everybody
He's
stay
clearly
close.
like-
We stay
Ron,
close.
how are you
that's
going to get
good.
rid of these guys? I mean, what are you
It
gonna
would
do?
be in the tabloids if he didn't take their calls.
I
yeah.
know.
You know what, Ron? I'll tell you how I got rid of my buddies Anthony and Vinny.
You know where Ron talks to them? In court. He's got a restraining order. I'll see you guys next month when I renew this. What do you mean? I mean,
they're friends. They're great friends.
You're still friends with Mel Gibson? Is it hard to maintain a friendship with him after he goes through a controversy?
I haven't talked to him in ages, but he's kind of
dropped him.
He's.
I knew it.
I really, he's kind of he's kind of not around L.A. He's not around New York, and
but he's ruined himself. He had a perfect.
Oh, I don't think so.
He had a perfect. Come on.
Well,
let's stop the Hollywood bullshit. The guy.
The next time he stars in a movie, people are going to want to see him because he's a good actor. He's a charismatic guy. He's a great director.
Miss California. Are you really going to listen to what he has to say about people and religion?
Forget that. I'm just saying that he had everything going for him.
Sure.
Great director. I love his films.
Yeah.
And all he had to do was keep his mouth shut.
And then the Jew incident.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Ron,
now he's dumped the wife. He's Mr. Catholic. He's dumped the wife.
Right.
And he's running around has a person holding a sign up of his new girlfriend's name when he's so they get the spelling right.
He was the first guy, if he were on the show, to say, he wrestles with demons all the time.
He's Mr. I know it's true. He's Mr. Catholic.
Yeah.
That would be like Mr. Met dating a chick.
You are squeaky clean. You got to be one of the smartest guys in Hollywood. You don't screw around.
Right.
We never get to hear these chicks you're banging.
Right.
You keep it on the QT.
How do you do that? How do you keep it so quiet?
How do you have sex with these actresses and it never ever comes out in the press?
Keep it so
What I want to know
Talk
from Ron
about
is
that for a second, and then we'll get back to Angels and Demons.
And how do you get heroin secretly?
Yeah, how do you score heroin and no one knows? By the way, Angels and Demons is opening this Friday in theaters everywhere. That's why Ron's here. He's not here for. He
doesn't like our fooling around.
He's not here because he likes talking about the Tisch School with Howard.
That's a good school. But Angels and Demons is really good too.
Angels and you're saying it's a good movie.
That's why you ask at the beginning, am I nervous? And I'm more excited because it's a real audience movie. It's a thriller. The first Da Vinci Code, the impetus for making it was this almost philosophical, theological challenge to the church, And it was, by the way, we tried to make it a mystery and a thriller, and that's the way the book was. This is really start to finish, mystery thriller. Has much more action. It's one of the reasons I've never done a sequel, but I felt like as a director, it was a whole different kind of movie to make in a lot of ways, and audiences from our screenings and so forth really, really liking it, and so that's why, of course, I'm nervous. Of course
you do. You got Brian Grazer breathing on his neck. What's the take? What are we getting out of this thing?
But
Speaking
I
of sequels,
need to show it to audiences because I think people are going to get a big kick out of it.
Speaking of sequels, were you ever offered Apollo 14?
Yes, he was.
The end of the first Da Vinci Code. I love the Da Vinci Code, the movie, by the way.
Thank you.
I didn't read the book, and I got it. At the end, you sort of allude to the fact that young girl is the descendant of Christ.
Yeah.
Now, so does it pick up right from there?
No, it's a separate adventure. In fact, this book was actually written before.
I don't need to see the Da Vinci Code in order to see Angels of Demons.
No.
Good.
But I think it definitely benefited us to make it a follow-up, even though the Angels and Demons as a novel was actually published first. But it's a more intense story. It's more violent. And I think the fact that Langdon's already been through the one adventure and now is kind of going deeper into this world of, here's all that can happen surrounding these sort of mysteries.
In light of Star Trek's success, are you sorry you didn't put Kirk or Leonard Nimoy in the movie?
Yeah, because Leonard Nimoy actually seems to be the one you need to get.
Out of nowhere, Spock shows up.
To me, I would do that if I was a director. I would just throw these guys in it just for the hell of it. What do you want, Gary?
I got a question, man.
Go ahead. Really?
Yeah,
You're going to interrupt my fantastic interview with a potentially disastrous question? By the way, didn't Tom Hanks... Did you know what happened to Gary? He threw out the first pitch at Citi Field. Do you know about this?
No.
Oh, you got to put this in a movie.
Really?
This is your next film.
We're not going to show this to every A-lister, are we?
No. Listen to me. Didn't Tom Hanks throw out a first pitch and you caught it, but it was a disaster?
I couldn't catch it.
It was so far askew from what it should be.
By the way, we were warming up. We even warmed up in the bullpen.
Right.
And I thought, Tom, man, he's got some heat, and he's a pretty big guy, and he was bringing it, and just lobbing him in, but it was head zing. But we got in there, 50,000 fans.
Yeah, I'm aware.
And their number one player stepped into the box. So now he's got a guy here that he doesn't want to hit because the guy's a superstar and Japanese, and that would be very impolite in Japan.
Right.
My brother Clint said, he should have screwed that. He should have brushed him back.
Yeah, a little chin music.
Should have put one right between the 4 and the 7.
This was in Tokyo.
Yeah, it was in Tokyo.
Right.
And so Tom, very good athlete, threw it 8 feet wide and in the dirt. I made a nice lunge, which I can verify because I had dirt on my pants. I really tried.
Right.
And I went to the backstop. And
how come we never see that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Mine was on Kimmel last night. That's how bad it was.
Well, here
really?
it is. Take a look. There you go. There's Gary at the now. He completely misses the catcher and it goes, it hits the umpire.
Gary,
Yeah.
you did way worse.
Yeah.
Worse than Tom Hanks.
If I could say, because he wasn't girlish when he threw
Yes,
it.
I know.
That's the point. You gotta just whip it. You gotta whip it.
It didn't lob up and over to the right.
I got it.
You know,
Gary,
but-
you're such pain in your face.
I know.
Ron Howard thinks how girlish you throw. Unbelievable.
Can I ask Ron the question I came in to ask him?
Oh, the question is now changed.
No.
It's something hateful.
I heard that when you were making The Grinch that Jim Carrey was complaining about the outfit.
Yeah.
And somebody said that you put the full outfit on one day. It came in to show him that it wasn't so bad.
Well, it wasn't that. I'd always told him that out of sympathy, someday I'll wear it. Because he would say, man, this is brutal. But, by the way, to Jim's credit, I got to say, early on, I said, should we adjust it? Should we simplify this thing? Because, I don't want this to be a nightmare. And he said, no, this is the look. This is what we got to go for. So he toughed it out, but he was miserable. And so one day, as a surprise, just to kind of boost him at about the halfway point when things were getting pretty low, I showed up in the outfit.
Well, that's
and
pretty cool.
it was fun.
Oh, that's cool.
It was fun.
You brought up your brother. Is it hard for your brother to have you in the same business as him and you be so super successful? I mean, do you guys sit down and work that out and you ever say to him, listen, Clint, this has got to be awkward.
Right.
Because I'm so goddamn successful. There's not too many people who are so successful like you.
He has a theory.
Go ahead.
We're very close.
Right.
Really close. I love working with him.
He live near you? Do you guys that close?
He lives in the house.
No.
He lives in the house?
No.
I didn't know that.
No, he lives near my. He lives in L.A. still.
Right.
He's in the Cato
His wife's
Kalin
in LA.
trap.
But he's got a great life.
Right.
And he loves what he's doing. And he looks at the way I work, and he says, "I don't want to work like you."
Right.
And
Are you a workaholic?
Probably.
So
I
he's
don't know.
lazy on top of it.
Oh, Jesus.
Is that what you're saying?
He's got a great
you-
life. I
you
sort
are-
of wish I had his peace of mind in a lot of
Do
ways.
you get to see your wife every night? Or are you one of these
Pretty
guys
much, yeah.
who casts his wife aside and doesn't really
Do you know your wife anymore?
She's not cast decidable.
She is not.
No, she's fantastic. Well, look, we met in high school. We're going to be. What year is this?
That's it.
It'll be 34 years this
You are,
June.
Wow.
Congratulations. I mean,
Thank
that
you.
is a major success story. And you still enjoy banging her and you still enjoy the sex, right?
I think on the phone last time
Yeah,
I
we
said,
got into this a little.
I said that I was having sex while I was doing the interview.
That's a pro. That is a pro.
Well, it was actually that was a joke actually.
Your wife must be a spectacular person.
She's a great person.
She can hold your attention. I mean, you work with these beautiful actresses. I mean, it's one after another.
She's
you know you could be getting laid 99% of the time.
She's it wouldn't be the same. And she's fantastic.
The lovemaking is still as good.
And that's great. Well, I mean, yeah.
And she still gets as excited over you.
Or she's a better actress than we all.
He's got to have willpower. Like, Ron is the kind of powerful guy to where it's like, I remember talking to Norm about this. If you're going to send Norm Macdonald,
right.
if you're going to send a
Show
woman
business
out,
expert.
if you're going to send a woman out to Hollywood,
Yes.
who's a friend of yours, the best advice to give him is, look, if you're going to be a whore, be a smart whore.
Right.
Like, if you go on a movie set, know who to fuck. Don't fuck one of the actors. Don't fuck a writer ever.
Right.
Ron's the guy you fuck. Like, Ron is the guy you
Do
approach and
actresses
fuck.
throw themselves at you? I mean, you're a handsome guy. I mean, you're a nice looking guy.
No, in fact, I think I get along really well with all the actresses because they're just, they.
Do you fantasize about them at all? I mean, it would be natural to fantasize. They say directors fall in love with their leading ladies. I mean, they have to a certain degree.
Yeah.
So is it discipline, or is it just that your marriage really is that great?
My marriage really is that great, and I also I wouldn't want to blow it. I wouldn't want to.
You wouldn't want to give up what you have.
I wouldn't want to give up what I have for a second. And
prenuptial agreement? Not back then. I mean.
No.
Where'd you meet her? Was it
High school.
High school.
John Burroughs High School.
No kidding.
Yeah. Miss McBride's English class.
Did you get laid a lot during the Happy Days years, or was it just strictly
we
your
were
wife?
already together.
This is unbelievable.
He's going to get very upset now.
So you really
Howard's
were,
gonna
you
get
weren't
upset?
Fonzie.
Yes, because you didn't take advantage of all your fame.
I mean, do you fantasize about what it could have been like if you hadn't got? I mean, the endless
course.
parade. It must be amazing.
Who was getting laid on that
My
set? Tom
fantasy
Bosley?
really-
Sometimes I fantasize I'm you and what I could have had.
You know what I don't get about Ron, though?
What?
Why lead such a wonderful, because I'm a Roman Catholic.
Right.
Why lead such a wonderful, sinless life and then make these movies and go to hell?
To blow it on a movie.
Now listen, the movie is called Angels and Demons.
Right.
You know that Ron's a good director, so you should just go based on that. I mean, has he ever let you down?
A Beautiful Mind.
A Beautiful Mind.
Best movies ever.
Thank you.
Yeah,
that's
unbelievable.
that's some movie. What's
Yeah.
with that maniac, Russell Crowe? What's he up to?
He wasn't throwing phones.
He's doing
on that
Robin Hood
set.
right now.
Is he doing
with
Robin
Ridley
Hood?
Scott for our company, for Imagine. Brian's producing.
No kidding.
Yeah, he looks fantastic. It's so cool. I mean, it's like the Gladiator version of Robin Hood, because with Ridley Scott, you know, they're not making it whimsical, or, you know, it's tough out there.
I would go
And,
see that.
It's really a
They're
good
actually
script.
acting like there were no
Oh, man.
conveniences back then.
It's a really good script.
And his accent's
kidding.
better than Costner's?
Yeah, it's fantastic. I'm telling you, it's going to be great.
I would hope.
Have you ever had the experience, though, of working with an actor who had a difficulty, a real problem, and you really had to work with them, or, I mean, you know, either a substance abuse problem, or, you know.
No, I've never had that.
Never had that.
I mean, I've had people probably who did, but they were functional while I was
Oh,
dealing
really?
with them, you know. So
Yeah, I'm
so-
functional.
Are you good?
He works. First of all, he's working with
gets
the
good
top, the
people.
creme de la creme. He doesn't have to work with these crappy guys.
Sometimes, you know, I mean, even a Robert Downey Jr. has had his problems.
Yeah, but he's so
No,
great.
I've never had anybody who, you know, seemed to be losing it in that way. Or maybe
this
maybe
point-
a couple of like secondary characters where
Yeah.
you sort of knew.
Do you
know, that-
think at this point you could put out a movie with an unknown actor? Because most of your movies, you have a guy like Tom Hanks,
Right.
or you have Russell Crowe, because they're bankable. In other words, you know that if they're in the movie, you got better shot at getting an audience in there. Would you ever go back to taking a chance with somebody who doesn't have any kind of?
Well, yes, I would. And you know, and with you talked about Frost Nixon. I was really ultimately went with Michael Sheen and Frank Langella, who are known,
Right,
You
but
know,
they're not big
unknown.
box office
Not
guys.
big box office guys, and that was the right thing to do, and it got the Academy Award nomination.
I was disappointed in Frost Nixon just because I thought it was going to be about Otis Nixon, the guy in the Braves, the leadoff hitter.
Oh yeah.
So life is good. We're excited. Angels and Demons coming out now. You're on the promotional tour. Where are you going after this?
We're finished. When the movie opens, I've been to France. I've been to Rome. We had a premiere in Rome, which was very interesting.
Did you go on Letterman?
No, I'm doing the top 10 list
You're
later
gonna
this week, and Tom did Letterman the other day.
I see. So you're really out there pushing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a
I
good
like
one.
that.
It's
Yeah.
a good
No,
one.
listen, I'm excited to see it. In fact, they sent over a screener.
Yeah.
Which will make me a hero.
Yes,
Because I will invite people over and I will have a
You'll
screening.
be screening a film.
Can I be one of those
from
people? Or
No,
not?
I don't want
Okay.
to.
But Donnie Most and Anson are coming over.
Oh, I can't wait.
I'm Howard's Donnie Most.
It's a star-studded screening.
Hey, Ron, can I just say something, Ron? I never pitch myself for movies.
I know what you're going to say.
Well-
you want to be in Happy Days in Space. Would you ever produce
I would
something?
love that.
Happy Days in Space.
Yeah.
I just want to let you know, when I was on heroin, I got to work here every other day. Right?
Every other day.
That's pretty good.
Ron,
And I'll wear whatever outfit you want. I'm not like that Jim Carrey jacket.
I am going to recommend to
Okay.
my audience to see Angels and Demons, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because you've got credibility with me.
Well.
I know you're not may I say, shithead.
This is no hack.
They're just going to put out a bad
That's a
movie.
nice. Can we put that quote? Directed by a guy
Ron's
who's not a shithead.
You're a decent man. You obviously have an eye for a good movie. You know how to tell a story. So I can guarantee you it will be good.
Thank you. I
And
think you'll like it. I think
What
you'll like
is the movie tracking well, as they
Yeah.
say? That
Yeah.
means you're on course to make how much? $100 million the first weekend?
What, here in the U.S.? No,
No?
not that much. But worldwide could be 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
sure.
more.
Yeah. Listen,
It's all green, baby.
Artie will
Who knows?
teach you.
Do you and Brian Grazer trust each other so much? If you say he's working on something, do you trust each other so much that you just know it's going to be fine? And how often do you check the dailies of Robin Hood?
No, and
you never do that.
No,
right?
but it's we trust each other and that we know everybody. We're both trying to do great stuff,
Right,
and
right.
in a business where it's impossible to bat 1,000. But what you do is you give it everything you got with stories you care about.
Right.
It's you're doing great, and I
Thanks.
can't wait to see Angels and Demons. And everyone go see it. Opening this Friday in theaters everywhere. The great Ron Howard. There's so much even more to talk about. I mean,
Just
don't
skim
even-
the surface, didn't he?
Just skim the surface.
We don't know if he's ever banged a black chick.
He hasn't. I believe
He
his
never
wife.
had time.
Your wife's the only one you've had sex with, right?
And what's that wheel of sex back there?
That's what you're going to do here next time.
Okay.
Your next film, you come in, you spin it, and you do whatever's on the wheel.
Oh, is that the way that works?
You're going to change high-pitch Eric's diapers.
Oh, my goodness.
You're going to get a chocolate bandit from Sal.
I was avoiding one question, and I walked right into a
worse
deeper
one,
trap.
yes.
You've only had sex with your wife.
That's true.
Is that true?
Is that really
That's
true?
I would say that's true.
Wow.
You're
And
almost
mean it.
like Donny Osmond. I mean, it's I interviewed him once.
Yeah.
And he'd only had sex with his wife.
Right.
And I said, boy, I was kidding around with him. I said, she must give the best fellatio. He goes, I would never ask my wife to do that. I said,
Right.
wait a second. You've never had a blowjob?
Right.
And he said, that's right.
That's right.
And he said, I won't ask my wife for one. She hasn't done it, and I'm never going to ask
Wait
her.
a minute, who said that?
Donny Osmond.
Oh, Donny Osmond.
Wow.
But Ron's edgier than Donny Osmond.
You think?
Yeah,
You've had a blowjob.
I would, without being very specific, I would say we're a little more adventuresome than Donnie.
Ron, you never fucked Pinky or Leather Tuscadero?
Why not?
Now that was the fantasy.
I bet it was for
Did
him.
anyone bang him? Henry? Tom Bosley? Anybody? Marion Ross got in there? The kid who played your older brother who was there for 2 episodes?
Well, wait a minute. You know, when you sit around and you look at their cast, what is this with Chachi and all the beautiful girls in Hollywood?
Kid's a player.
What a list.
Did
He
you
ain't no Ron
think
Howard.
That he was going to be the guy who was at the gateway to Hollywood banging every beautiful chick?
He was a handsome, charismatic guy and huge star in television
Was.
for a long, long time.
But, you know,
And he's a good actor, too. I mean,
Yeah.
he actually is
But
good.
isn't it sad? I mean, I think he womanized a little too long.
You think so?
Yeah, I think at some point he should have matured and said, I've been through every Pamela Anderson type.
Right. Well, maybe he's doing that. Didn't he just have a
I think
kid?
he- yeah.
No, you're not buying it?
I don't buy it.
Did he ever call you for advice or anything on that?
Yeah, we've spoken to him.
Yeah.
That's what you call it, a womanizing
He didn't
advice.
listen to a word I said.
No. Well, see, I'm gonna listen. Would you say put Leonard Nimoy in?
In every film.
I put Spider-Man in everything. Why not?
I have a different...
Spider-Man meets Angels and Demons. Why not? That's a huge success story. I don't know. I would do that.
When the
That's why they want-
franchise gets to that point, I think it's time to end it.
The Spider-Man code. I have a different outlook on.
Spider-Man code.
I have a different outlook on this relationship Ron has with his brother. To me, if I were Ron, I'd be incredibly jealous of Clint because he's in one of the best episodes of The Odd Couple ever.
Yeah. He's done some good stuff.
right.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good actor.
So to sum up, really,
Right.
it is amazing that a guy in Hollywood who's attractive and wealthy and this and that has only had sex with his wife for his entire life.
It's
quite remarkable.
It's pretty remarkable.
Who's the
It's a-
attractive guy?
It's a real.
I'm sorry.
I thought you wanted to work with
You're
this
not
guy.
attracted to Ron?
This guy, Ron Redford over here? Are you kidding me?
Oh, you know what I mean. I mean there's a certain beauty to that.
Well, I think so, and I'm
And a certain
grateful for
sadness.
it.
I'm not sure.
In Jersey, it's an incredible sandwich.
Listen, you have a story to tell. my
Anybody you haven't worked with that you want to?
So many.
Really? You're not going to name a name?
friend. Name
Well-
Howard Stern.
Hey, you were good in your movie.
I did a good job.
I went there not expecting much, and you were very, very good.
I showed sensitivity.
Yeah.
I was. You want to know something? I did win the Blockbuster Award for Best Newcomer.
Yeah.
Which is something Ron dreams of.
But I'll tell you what.
Right
One
next to
thing
the
he
Oscar.
hasn't Done, yes.
I believed. Now you can laugh all you want. I deserved an Academy Award nomination for that film. All right. So anyway, let's see.
Isn't it true that
You're
said I
not
can
gonna
laugh
wait
all I
for
want.
Ron to respond?
Isn't it true that Bryce's monologue was Howard talking to Pig Virus?
That's true. That's how she got into Tish. But she did it nude, which is brilliant.
That's where I first saw Giamatti, who I then worked with on Cinderella Man.
As a
and-
matter
and
of
he's
fact,
great.
yeah. I mean, I remember when we were testing for that part. We auditioned Giamatti 3 times. We weren't even sure, but
Wow.
Betty Thomas, the director, said this guy's got something. And then when I started working with him, my agent said to me, "This guy's going to be the biggest star ever. He's terrific.
He's great. He's
He
great.
is terrific." All right, look. Enough about me. We could brag about my acting all day, but we won't. We're here to celebrate your
You won't
film.
name one name of somebody you want to work with, huh?
Well,
Pam Anderson.
There's so many. I mean, it just goes on and on.
Would you ever work with
Johnny Depp? Loved to work with Johnny Depp.
What's the problem?
I just haven't found a script. I mean, Jack Nicholson. Loved to work with Jack Nicholson. Meryl Streep.
What about this Paris Hilton? No interest in her?
In Paris
I haven't seen the range yet in her performances.
Aren't you annoyed of those kinds of celebrities now, these reality star celebrities that have apparently no doesn't that bother you?
It's the antithesis of him in a way. It's like the direct opposite.
People are very entertained by those shows and those people. That's fair enough.
Those people.
Have you produced any of those shows? You don't have
No,
any.
our TV company hasn't gotten, but I think if we could think of a good one, we
Ron, good news. I'm on Paris Hilton's Twitter. She wants to work with you.
Let me see that.
I love the beautiful brain.
See Angels and Demons. That's what. Listen, Ron doesn't really care about any other of this. Quite frankly, he thinks this was a disastrous interview because we didn't spend 99% of the
But you
time.
do keep mentioning Angels and Demons.
Angels and Demons is a real story. In other words, told by a real filmmaker. And Ron needs you to go see this. Let's be honest. And believe me, you're not that busy. You can't go see this.
Hey, this weekend is the weekend to unbusy yourself.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I mean, spend 2
like the
hours
sound
having
of that.
fun. Big deal.
Yeah.
See Angels and Demons opening this Friday in theaters everywhere. Ron,
Thanks.
we're honored to have you here. After all, you're very important and we're very insignificant. And we'll be back right after these words.
Ron,
Hi.
how'd it go, man?
That was fun. The studio's great, and you do stuff on the Howard Show that you don't do anywhere else.
Now, Howard was a little concerned that you've only had sex with one woman.
He was a little bit thrown by that, I think, but not me.
Remember I told Tim the other day that sometimes he could stare at me during the commercials and distract me, and Gary and I have like 3 seconds to talk during the commercials because I have to read live commercials, and then we try to prepare some stuff, and he plays me tapes and things. Mm-hmm. So I'm sitting here, and I'm waiting for Gary, and Tim comes over, and he goes, award-winning American Idol spot.
What?
Well, that's what I said, what? Because I'm sitting here going like, okay, I've got my 5 seconds to prepare for the next segment. It goes down that fast. That's why I'm always vomiting when I come back. I'm trying to eat. I'm trying to fucking listen to stuff. And all of a sudden, Tim goes, award-winning. I wrote it down because I wanted your interpretation. If Tim was standing next to you after the hour we just did, and he said to you, award-winning American Idol spot. He goes, award-winning American Idol spot. What would you think that meant?
Well, I just went through the whole thing in my head after you said it. First, I would think, is he saying that he liked the show last night? Or is he saying that, I now realize he's giving you a pep talk during the show. He's telling you just did a great segment.
Yeah, I don't know.
Scott DePace has a completely different interpretation. Scott, give it to him.
Well, I'll give you my interpretation. I thought he was saying, oh, you did a spot, like a commercial spot for American Idol. Well, don't tell us yet, Tim, because we want to interpret it.
Yeah,
Wait,
everybody
stay there.
put their...
That's what I thought. I thought the spot was...
Like you just gave, I thought it was a criticism, like you just gave them a free commercial.
Oh, you think it was a criticism?
I don't know what it was.
I think he was pumping you up.
I
think he was paying a compliment.
So I say to Tim, hey, Scott DePace, what did you think it was?
Yeah, I think he was talking about the 7-Eleven spot that you did and somehow tied that into American Idol.
What?
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, because I had just done a 7-Eleven commercial. That's when he said it, and I thought, oh, is he saying I did a really good job on that read or something? Like, was he... But anyway, so I had told Tim like 11 days ago, maybe as early as 11 days ago, I said, Tim, I know you want to come in during the commercials, but can you not distract... I mean, I said, I don't mean to be mean, because I love Tim, and Tim does a great job, and he's a sweetheart, but... And he gets so hurt when I say these things. You do, you do get hurt when I say these things. But I go, Tim, is it really necessary to come in here and distract me? Because for years on terrestrial radio, I didn't even know you. And I somehow got through everything. He goes,
Never
no.
saw him.
But like literally, Tim did not, like you would think Tim would like back off now that I said that. But no, not at all. So he goes, award-winning American Idol spot. So I go, what? I don't understand. Award-winning American Idol spot.
He repeated it again.
Yeah, and I go, what does that mean? And he goes, well, just that. He goes, just that, award-winning American Idol spot. So I never got the answer. Then Gary and I looked at each other and we went, well, we've spent so much time on this, we can't prepare for the next segment. So what was going on there, Tim? And
I thought your 7-Eleven spot was phenomenal. Wow. Phenomenal.
But why'd you say American Idol?
Because it was an award, like American Idol gets an award. You got to know that spot was phenomenal for 7-Eleven. Phenomenal.
But award-winning American Idol spot, you said.
It just kind of tied in with the American Idol thing. I don't know.
I think you're crazy.
Okay.
Whoa.
Too much
Those
juice.
two don't have anything to do with each other.
Right?
All right, I'm sorry. I'm going back to my office. I got work to do.
Listen,
How
I
would
love
anybody
you.
I love you too.
understand?
I'm going to go back to my office.
But Gary even said to me, didn't we just talk to Tim about that? And,
All right, I got to go back.
But I know
to my
you were
office.
complimenting me.
Yes,
and
it was very nice. It was
very Larry Sanderish, like that guy Hank.
Hey now,
not Hank, but the other guy used to.
The Rip Torn
Rip Torn
character.
character. Yeah, used to
Right.
go. Artie, his name was.
Yeah, Artie. I love
Artie. Yeah,
I loved him.
you identify.
You
with it.
identify.
Yeah, that's kind of like my job.
Right.
All right.
But why not say great job on the 7-Eleven commercial?
It was a great job on the 7-Eleven commercial. I thought it was excellent, really excellent.
Yeah, but
But why wouldn't you want him to understand you were saying that?
I don't know. It's early, you know. You
You
get
can't use that
3-4
excuse.
hours of sleep.
It's
What?
early. That's like when Eric the Midget can't do math. He goes, it's early. Your jeans are getting tighter and tighter. What, are those still your skinny jeans?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what it is? He lost
I went to the doctor yesterday.
Go
Okay.
ahead. Yeah.
He said I'm 15 pounds heavier than I was a year ago.
Right.
So I'm on. Don't
Why
worry.
do you
I'm
need
taking
the
it off.
doctor to tell you that?
Taking it off.
The doctor told
I'm
him.
taking next week off. I'm focusing on it. I'm getting on the juice. I'm doing everything. I'm focusing. I've had little mishaps here and there.
Yeah, you're
You know?
almost at the
and
point.
stop bringing food into this place.
Well, okay, so let me explain that, Howard. It's so funny. So yesterday, some bagel company sent up huge platters of bagels and huge spreads of
Yeah,
everything.
I wanted to eat it, but I was afraid to.
Yeah.
I'm always afraid to eat food that comes in and we don't know where.
you don't know where
Yeah.
it came from.
Right.
So Ross and Kim, who's his assistant, and myself and Jason were in a meeting, and they're all glass offices here. So we're in the meeting, and Tim comes blowing by, and there's an enormous piece of cream cheese hanging from the side of his mouth. And he walks by, and Ross just goes,
turkey.
"What's going on with him?"
Yeah.
No, it was cream cheese.
No, it was turkey. Because it was
It was
turkey
white.
salad.
Oh, turkey salad.
Yeah, yeah.
Turkey salad you had hanging off your face.
Right.
You shoveled it in.
Yeah. So
You're doomed, man.
I got
Robin gave up on you.
No, I got to
He's
go to
had
the
enough.
retreat. I'm going to Dr. Ronnie's and the whole thing.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Did
You
know-
really going to go there?
Did you know that?
Yeah.
He told me
Yeah.
a couple of days ago that he was just signing himself into like rehab. He's going back
I got to
for
go
the
back.
cure.
I got to go
Yeah.
get committed.
Get a few enemas, colonics, everything.
Oh, I
yeah.
need the whole routine because it works. It's unbelievable.
No, it works, but you got to stick to it.
Yeah. Well, no, but
Do you ever have a relapse where you like go off it?
I'm a vegan. There's nothing to go. There's no place for me to go.
Well, sure there
He's not, he's still doing everything. So he wants to think that he can eat the way he used to, and somehow one of these days he's going to get to a point where it won't do the same things to him that it always did.
I not only do the juice, but I eat too.
Right. You do
Like,
Robin's
he
thing.
does-
I'm doing
he
Robin's
does the
thing. I'm doing my
program,
thing.
Right.
I'm doing,
And then he eats everything.
You're on too many programs.
I got,
Well,
I got to narrow down the program.
What was that program you were on?
Yes, you are following Robin strictly. Except
Absolutely.
You're just
I have
doing
not
some other
deviated
thing.
from the plan. I just added to it.
Howard, you remember when he was on the Double Zone?
Yeah, Tim has this problem, and you should know this about him because when he was on the Zone, he turned to Gary, and goes, "The Zone meals are pretty good." He goes, "But they give you such small portions." So he ordered double, like there were two people.
He was eating two meals at a meal.
It doesn't work.
A little is good. A little more is a lot better.
I'm hungry. I'm hungry from the Zone.
I'm
need
a
to eat
man.
more.
But, you deviate.
That's like, remember when I got into those Cliff bars? They have these bars you can eat. They're called Cliff bars. But I didn't realize they were supplements. Like, in other words, instead of lunch, eat a Cliff bar.
Yeah, they were supposed to replace a meal.
I was eating a Cliff bar, and then I'd have my lunch. And I go, why am I gaining weight? I'm eating Cliff bars. I should be losing weight. I don't understand. All right. Well, good luck, and thank you for the compliment, I think.
It was it was blown away. I am in awe of you. You know that.
Well, thank you.
So.
Award-winning. I got an
I
award.
knew it was a compliment. I didn't know
I
what
gotta go back
for.
to work. I love it.
Thank you. Well, it's nice to hear that I did an American Idol award-winning speech. So I was on this tear with Sal because Sal goes on all these whacked-out websites, sex websites, and I had him print out some of the weirder ones. And you got to hear this.
I'm wondering why you have to ask him for that.
He knows. Well, like this is every sort of porn site category that Sal could come up with, and some of them I won't even mention, like 10-plus inch cock. And there's 308 videos on that website that he goes to. But he doesn't care about that. Here's the ones he's into. Anal dilation videos.
Anal dilation.
Yeah, what is that? If you got a second, Sal, if you can tear yourself away from making phony phone calls for a minute. Anal dilation.
Because, yeah, I'm wondering what that is.
What is an anal dilation video?
That's Lisa G. No.
Did you lose a lot of weight?
Yeah, I lost about 22 pounds.
I barely look at you, but I had to notice. I mean,
is it good?
Yeah, you look good.
Thank you.
You were getting fat.
Oh, I was up to 189, and I'm down to 172.
Yeah, what'd you do? You just cut portions or what?
Cut out saturated fats.
Right.
Cut out fried foods. Cut out white breads and sugars.
Poured off you.
Yep.
Yeah, you look better.
I've been losing about 2.5 pounds a week over the course of
nice.
six months.
Very good.
Yeah.
So what is anal dilation video?
Generally when a guy creams in a girl's ass after anal sex and the asshole, it flutters like
My head's already spinning. Wait a minute.
Does that turn you on?
No, not that at all. But it's interesting.
You like to see the cum drip out of her ass?
Yeah, but the asshole pulsates.
Wow.
Yeah, after getting rammed so hard.
What's antique videos? Well, wait, what is it, JD?
I don't think it necessarily has to involve a guy coming in a girl's asshole. I think well, yeah,
I'm going to correct you.
Like people using a speculum, like a gynecologist uses a speculum or whatever, and they put it in a girl's asshole and just spread it open.
Well, that's medical tools.
Oh, is that a medical tools video?
Oh, that's medical tools. That's a different category.
Anybody beating off? I mean, I thank God that I wasn't born with this fetish thing because I just would hate to have to beat off to women with medical tools. And I'm so glad that I'm like kind of normal. Like, I mean, that I just could beat off from watching a guy.
It almost seems like until the internet, these people couldn't do anything.
Well, the last guy who used medical tools is now in jail.
Is that right?
Yeah. He was on the show. Max Hardcore.
He's in jail?
He's
but
in
not
jail.
for using medical tools.
No, for distributing pee porn domestically, which you can't do.
Oh, you can't. So what about anal dilation? Can you distribute that domestically?
I think so.
But anybody peeing on someone is against the law?
Domestic sales domestically for pee porn is against the law.
Wow.
That's you know what? I feel bad for the guy.
Are you as frightened as me that Sal knows the laws about pee porn?
Look at what he's an expert in.
But
You've
I feel
been
bad.
quizzing him on the wrong things.
I feel bad for a guy going to jail because he sold videos of people peeing on each other. That seems kind of Talibanish, doesn't it?
Well, it's also kind of sketchy, like you said. It's okay to do the dilation, but not to pee. Why is that?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Max Hardcore would take a medical vice. He would pry open a girl's asshole and keep it clamped open with this medical vice.
Yeah.
Then he would pee in the girl's asshole and fill it up like a cup.
Oh my God!
Then
maybe he should be in jail.
Then he took a hose from her asshole, the cup of piss up in her asshole, and put it in her mouth and had her suck his pee out of her asshole.
Wow.
And believe me, I did not like that. It's interesting.
Right.
But,
I think you do like it because you like when a woman's humiliated.
I don't like humiliation. I like a woman submitting herself to be humiliated.
No, you like humiliation.
But these women were submitting to having the dilation and the peeing and everything.
Yeah, he likes that.
She cashed the check.
Can I just repeat that sentence? I don't like humiliation. I like women submitting to being humiliated.
That's the same thing.
No, a woman was saying, I want you to humiliate me. It has to be consensual.
Well, yeah, but you like a woman, but you're attracted or turned on by a woman being humiliated.
Fake or not?
Not personally humiliated, consensually humiliated.
But Sal, forget that distinction.
You're so silly.
You like watching a video of a woman being humiliated, whether it's consensual or not.
If you walk in the middle of the movie, you're not going to know what the consent situation was.
We assume she's, but that turns you on to see a woman submitting.
Submitting, yes, because
humiliation.
Submitting, that's the key word.
Right.
Submitting. I don't like women getting hurt. I don't like S&M videos with nipple clamps and pins at people's asses. And there's videos out there where women getting their vaginas sewed shut. I mean, I can't get that. I can't fathom that. Even me.
Amazing.
You've seen so much.
Too much.
Let's see.
What do you think? Because they always say this makes you, it desensitizes you.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
You're looking at desensitized.
That's my problem. I feel like a gynecologist. As a kid, I always thought like a gynecologist had the greatest job because you see a lot of pussy.
Right.
But now I watch these videos, I get nothing.
What's an ant video? A-U-N-T.
Just ants, ant fetishes.
Like guys
There's
fucking
ant
their ant.
fetishes?
Does that turn you on? Because you watched your aunt take a shit. And that
By
turned you on.
accident, I was waiting for my cousin. My aunt unfortunately came in, and that was a little.
Just so we get that straight, that's when you drilled the hole in the bathroom.
No, it
so
was
that you
one
could see your cousin going to the bathroom. You wanted to see her naked.
It was a towel closet, and it had louvers on the door, which
Yeah.
you can't see in, but you can see out.
Right, and you were hiding.
I was hiding.
And then your aunt accidentally walked in and took a shit.
Yeah, that was rough.
Hey, and you saw her naked.
Yeah.
Did you beat off?
No, I got a little fucked up in the head from it, though. I mean, it was pretty.
You beat off, didn't you? Tell the truth.
Not to that one. And you may want to hear that I beat off.
No,
but,
I don't. I want to know the truth. You didn't.
I got a
beat
little
off.
aroused, I guess.
Nothing like your aunt taking a shit to get you off. All right, what is ball kicking video? Oh, that I could. I know.
Can figure that out.
Self-explanatory.
What are ballerina videos?
Just girls dressed up as ballerinas. They bring them in, dress them up as ballerinas, and then they fuck them.
And that's a fetish.
Yeah, I guess apparently.
What's a banana video?
Fucking with bananas. There was one video where a guy, I couldn't believe it. He took a whole banana, not even out of the peel. He put it in the girl's mouth. Then he stuck his dick in the girl's mouth, and the banana went down her throat. And he's holding on to the back of her head. Her face gets as red as a radish. Right, it's ready to burst. She kicks up her legs. He shoots back, and the banana shoots across the room out of her mouth.
Oh, my God.
That was also Max Hardcore.
And what's baseball bat videos?
Baseball bats, whacking the girls, fucking the girls, baseball bat, sex.
Just 211 of those videos? That's what the number means?
Yeah. If you go to that site and click baseball bat, you'll see baseball bats.
And are most of these are professional? These aren't amateur.
Oh, they're very professional.
You can't be.
Yeah.
You got a guy like Max Hardcore making them.
That's right. What's a bear video?
Just bears are just like big burly guys. They're also referred to as bears in gay videos, like a big
hairy.
Yeah, right.
And it's a hairy guy fucking a girl.
Yeah.
All right. Beer videos.
Pouring beer in girls' vaginas and assholes and sucking them out.
All right. But bicycle video.
Bicycle? I'm not even familiar with bicycle videos. I know that's one of the highlights on there, but I guess getting fucked on a bike.
Braces. Is that a chicken?
Yeah, lots of brace videos. There's a certain websites just dedicated to braces where guys just ejaculate on girls' braces.
Oh.
Pretty crazy.
On their braces on their teeth.
On their teeth, yeah. They make the girls pull their mouths back so they look like the Joker, and then they come on their teeth.
You've seen those.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that I don't like because anything related to something young turns me off. I like old. I don't like young.
Sure. Cat suit.
Cat suit?
Yeah, self-explanatory. Girls dressed up as cats.
Self-explanatory. CBT, cock ball torture.
Yeah, well, they tie up the balls with ropes and pins and needles and
You
stuff.
like that?
Nah.
Look at this. Champagne videos, cigarette videos, clamp torture, clothed pissing. This where people...
Clothed pissing is very popular where, for some reason, a lot of men like to watch the women in clothing getting peed on versus being naked.
Really?
And they'll put these scenarios together, like, let's say, like a receptionist comes into the office to talk to the boss.
Yeah.
And then he'll just push her down and start peeing all over her nice, office outfit. And that's a big, big fetish, clothed.
You like that.
It's interesting because...
You like women being peed on, to admit that.
Yeah, sure.
And when they're in their clothes, you like it.
Yeah, because it changes the whole scenario. Like, here's a situation where, out of nowhere, she's getting peed on.
What's condom play?
Condom play is usually...
1,545 of those. So it must be
condom play
popular.
is very popular where the guys will like bang a girl and then the girl will pull off the condom and then she'll drink it out. Out of the condom.
Fuck. I could never be turned on by half of this shit.
I saw two girls sharing a condom once. It was pretty hot.
I would just vomit.
Back and forth.
Oh, that's just... I'm going to throw up thinking about it.
I jerked off to it.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah, I'm telling you, he's
Condom
hardcore.
play, though, is different.
He's hardcore. He's got a ton of fetishes, this one.
I just, he's a dad. That's what I keep thinking. He's somebody's father.
Well, he's got boys, thank God. He can teach them this stuff.
They'll carry on the legacy.
What
That's
are
right.
they going to have?
Cum brushing. No, I think I know
Cum
what that
brushing is really disgusting.
With the toothbrush?
Yeah.
Oh.
And they brush their teeth with cum?
Yeah.
I don't even get that.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Does it get you off?
No, that doesn't get me off.
Liar.
It's just gross.
Cum in her eyes videos. There's only 11 of those.
That's really disturbing. I can't believe women even do it. They literally peer their eyes back,
man.
and the guys come right in there. How it doesn't sting, I don't know. I can't even come on my wife's stomach, and
They don't cry. They don't.
No, they take it. I don't know how that happens.
What's electrified videos?
Just like shock and stuff. Guys with cattle prods and whatnot, just shocking chicks.
Mm-hmm.
No big deal, right?
Yeah, it's pretty wacky.
What's freckled?
Oh, girls with freckles.
Wow.
It's common.
Oh, that's so boring.
That's so boring. Gyno exam I got. Grandma and grandpa videos.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
That's just old people.
There's a real creepy grandpa fetish going on right now where the guy's extremely old.
Yeah.
And the girl is extremely young.
Oh.
You know, like they really widen the
At
gap.
least they look that young.
I think I might have some interest in that. Let's see. Incest videos, simulated incest.
Yeah, they
of
put
course.
simulated in parentheses.
Right.
Well, we were listening to the mom and son thing yesterday.
The mom and son one. Hey, did anybody write in on the email on that, I wonder? About mom and son videos? Was that a big crowd pleaser yesterday, or were people just thoroughly disgusted by that?
I think somebody said they're going into therapy over it.
Let's see. Howard, please finish the Will Smith clips. After hearing Jesse James stuff, I'm ready for some more dissection of the most arrogant guy on the planet. Oh, okay. I got a couple of more Will Smith.
That's right. We still have Will Smith and Jada Smith video.
Yeah. Well, okay. Let me see if there's anything about that porn from yesterday, though.
The mom and son.
All right, I'll get to Will Smith on today's show. I got to wrap up a lot of loose ends today before we end.
What was the mom and son called?
Son comes in mom.
Oh, God.
Now, you remember that.
Don't come. She didn't want him to come in her.
Let's see. Oh, this is help for your BlackBerry, Robin. Tell Robin to put hand sanitizer on a paper towel and then rub it over the trackball on your BlackBerry. It seems to loosen any dirt or lint in the ball socket.
Yeah, something happened because all of a sudden it works again.
Robin, I will accept oral or hand release as payment for this advice.
Okay.
So you need to jerk this guy off.
Put that on account.
No more Bobo. A lot of no more. Please leave the Skype alone and just cancel Bobo. What a douchebag. Bobo has the most annoying voice, lacks original thought, and he's just a goddamn bore. That's why he sucks. Stop picking up on him. He is not funny and not fun. No more Bobo. His sick questions about Beth are tired and not funny. Gee, I don't think Bobo's that bad, do you?
I do find it a little creepy.
Here. Sal's porn choices are scary. Please stop with the mother-son porn. It's totally making me sick. Sal is a very sick bastard, and I bet he secretly loves it.
No.
You do.
Well, you said you could look at it as long as you say to yourself they're actors.
You killed the volume.
I was trying to eat my lunch while listening to the replay, and you played the mommy fantasy porn clip, and I had to toss the food in the garbage. This is so far beyond creepy and disgusting that it's affected me to the point where I can't work for 6 months, and now need therapy to get out of my head.
I know. I think
What a
that
pussy.
must be a city worker.
I found it really funny, quite frankly.
It's hilarious.
It was great. I liked it. I don't like it sexually.
I wonder if they write or let the actors ad lib.
The girl is
Now that has
hot.
to be written.
Is she?
She's smoking hot.
The one who plays the mom.
Yeah. Really sexy. Smoking, Howard.
I thought she was a pretty good actress.
Beautiful nipples.
Where is that?
GP1 in orange on the bottom.
Okay. I don't know. I thought she was pretty good at it.
When mommy says to do something, you need to do it. If I say do that homework, you need to get it done, little man. Not on your own terms, on mommy's terms.
Right.
Like right now, you need to pull your little pecker.
She is so much like my own mother. My mother was like, everything on my terms. I
Now,
mean,
would you have had an erection while this was going on?
I still have one.
I like seeing your little pecker, little man. It's growing every day and getting bigger. You're making mommy very proud. Let's work on getting that little pecker hard, okay?
Hey, this could be Sandra Bullock in 10 years.
Oh, with Louis Bardot.
Yeah, Louis Bardot. Wonder what's going to happen with little Louis. Is Sandra Bullock going to allow Jesse James to take his rightful place as father? He is on the adoption papers.
Is he? Because I thought after this whole thing blew
No.
up, she decided to adopt on her own.
No, she had already adopted young Louis and hadn't gone to the press with it yet.
Is it finalized right away, or
don't know.
does it take like a year before everything's in cement?
And with those two, it should take a year. So I don't know what's going to be with that.
I don't think she wants any part of him being the dad.
You don't think he'd be a good influence on little Louis?
No.
I think he would.
I think there's more pictures that are going to surface.
Beth every once in a while says to me, we should, because she knows I don't want kids, but then she'll go, we should adopt a young black baby.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah. And
I think you should.
I think it'd be great for the show.
I think
I could bring him in.
Oh, my God.
Who's going to give me a black baby, though? I'd have to go to one of those foreign countries. You know what I mean?
Yeah, where, they don't have radio or television.
Yeah, because for some reason...
And you have to go in secret, because as soon as anybody found out you were trying to do this, they'd stop it.
I mean, I could, if I really wanted a black baby, I could go to an adoption agency. Hey, look, and first they'd say, hey, Howard Stern, get the fuck out of here. And I said, wait a second. I raised 3 kids. They turned out to be good kids. Yeah. You can't fucking say I'm a bad father. I mean, I provide.
I think it would be like that fake David Letterman call.
Right.
Oh, yeah. When he calls the adoption agency?
Yes, I think that people would be like that. What?
I should play that one. That's so good. Where is that?
I have it.
You do?
Sure.
Play that.
Here we go.
That's a good one.
Hello, agency.
Hello. Is this the adoption agency?
This is the adoption agency. Can I help you?
Hi. You know who this is?
No.
My name is Dave Letterman. I have a TV show here in New York City.
Oh, I know you.
Yeah. Are you a fan of me?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
This is a personal, private call. I just want this to be kept discreet if we could.
Absolutely. Every call I have is confidential.
All right, very good. I just want to let you know we want to adopt a black child. And
oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I specialize.
Let me ask you something. Now, how long does the process take?
With an African American placement, it is a lot faster than normal.
Well, now I prefer a light-skinned black, as close to white as possible. Sort of like Paul Abdulish.
There is more than one kind of African American child.
All right. Now, are the light-skinned blacks, are they less rambunctious?
What does that mean?
Are they rowdy?
No, it all depends on how you raise them.
Now, let me ask you this. Can I return him after my ratings go up? Because, once these guys get older, I hear they can get pretty dangerous.
What are you talking about? No.
Because I don't want my girlfriend to get in trouble or anything like that.
I don't understand.
Now, will I be insured in case things go missing from my house, like a TV or a boombox?
Well, what are you talking about?
I'm just, and can these kids play basketball yet? I'm sorry. These are new children. I don't want my girlfriend to get raped. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what you're saying.
Do you guys give out coupons with the child? Like for grape juice and spare ribs, that kind of thing?
You got to be kidding me.
No, it's not. No, I'm very serious.
These are newborn babies, bundles of joy that you parent from day one.
As far as feeding him, can I put a watermelon through a juicer?
What?
When is she going to hang up on him?
I
Do
know,
you conduct tests on the kids too? Because I don't want a gay one.
This is a totally inappropriate conversation, and I'm going to end
I've had a few drinks. I'm sorry.
You had a few drinks? It's only 1:30 in the afternoon.
Well, I love Sinbad. Can I get one that looks like him?
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm really a very loving person. I didn't mean to upset or offend anybody.
If you wind up becoming a parent of an African-American child, I sure hope you don't joke like that.
Do they come with a cage?
This is a totally inappropriate conversation, and if you're serious, come in and file an application.
Well, I need a playmate for Paul Schaefer.
You know what, Mr. Letterman? Thanks for wasting my time.
No, I mean, does the agency provide me with separate dining facilities for my black son?
Get the hell off my phone.
Do you douche with coconut juice?
Fuck off.
Hello?
Do you douche with coconut
juice? You racist.
She's very racist. How many racist statements do you have to make before somebody hangs up on you?
She hung in there way longer than I could have imagined.
She's very lovely. Because even about halfway through, she goes, if you do end up being a parent to an African American,
still willing to accept an application.
There's a lot of them out there, A
lot of black kids who need help. I think he means black kids.
Yeah, there's a shitload right in New York City. You could adopt a few of them here.
Well, thank you, Sal. You know what? Any conversation with you goes horribly wrong.
Yeah, I stay away from the black
we were kind of having fun with you, and then now you sound like you're a fucking maniac.
No. The truth is that you don't have to go to Guatemala or Ethiopia to adopt black.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Here goes.
Get a few off the streets here.
There we go.
All right, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Get a few of them off the streets.
Well,
it's
as if the people he sees walking around are up for adoption.
How does he turn off every conversation? How do we have to usher him out of the room?
That's his gift.
Yeah, that's his gift.
It really is.
And then his explanations are great. No, I didn't mean to offend anyone.
You don't have to go to Ethiopia or Guatemala.
Well, you can certainly tell why he was the excellent author of that phone call. I mean, a lot of those thoughts just came right to him.
Look at this fucked up porn that you're into.
I'm not into any fucked up porn. I work for the Howard Stern Show. It's called Good Audio. That's all I do is I provide good audio.
You're not into that granny porn?
A little bit.
That's not fucked up?
No. Why, grannies can't get fucked too? Do you like getting laid?
Yeah, but not by
so an
grannies.
old lady can't get laid. Oh, it's because she's old. Because Mother Nature has taken her toll on her tits and twat. She doesn't have the right to get laid. Come on, everybody has the right to get laid. Your grandmother doesn't deserve to get a little cock in her pussy?
Oh, God, come on, dude.
What? What's the matter with that? Your grandmother can't take a load on her face, suck a mean dick, lick some balls, eat some ass? Your grandmother can't do that because she's old?
What other kind of porn are you into?
Piss porn. Piss porn is fun. Whole different, women fully clothed, piss porn. Oh, there's a new one. There's a new good porn. It's German windshield porn. It's really good. Where the guy sits inside the car, and the lady comes out, and she stands on the windshield and pisses all over it. And then the guy turns on the windshield wipers, and there's piss flying everywhere from the windshield wipers, and it's gushing out, bouncing back from the window. But it's funny. That's more funny. Mixing it up. A little pee porn, a little old lady porn. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. That's what makes the world go round.
Not hurting anyone?
Not hurting anyone, except for my cock, no. But the majority of the reasons why I watch these porns is to put them on the show. Like that mother and son porn. That's great audio. That's great content. Hearing a mother say, son, fuck my pantyhose and stuff like that, or don't get me pregnant, then you'll have a brother and a son. It's wacky, it's stupid. You can't write this shit. Porn is good. Porn is what makes America go around. If Bill Clinton and Tiger Woods and Jesse James would have jacked off to some good old-fashioned old lady pussy-slapping pee porn, they wouldn't be in trouble right now. Porn is your best friend. Take advantage of porn. It's all good. We're wasting our time with Little League and everything else with these kids. Give them porn. Just break them in early. Everybody should get involved in porn. It's a wonderful thing. When my kids turn 18, I'm going to mount webcams in their rooms, and we're going to have my son fucks hot chicks at school.com. Wait, that's really wrong. I'm going overboard here. But you know what I mean. Everybody likes porn. Even women who say they don't like porn, they like porn. How can you not like porn? You're married to an old, fat, schleppy, sweaty, hairy pile of wet shit, and you don't want to see some nice young stud with a raging hard-on come into the room and fuck a chick? Sure, you're going to get off on it. You won't admit it, but it's in the back of your head. Take those feelings, bring them forward, man. That's what porn's all about. It's about making you feel good, and it's safe and it's healthy. Look at me. I'm safe and healthy. I think. Have to see a urologist today, but aside from that, I'm good. All right, we're done. Take care, enjoy your porn, and share your porn ideas with me at horsetoothjackass.com. Bye, kids.
So you excited to be back? It's been a while.
It's been a bit. I'm really looking forward to it.
So anything else? Anything else new?
Does anything else need to be new than my masterpiece?
All right, man. We'll see you in a little bit.
Okay, man. Looking forward to it.
Quentin Tarantino's coming in today.
Oh, that's cool.
He's got a new movie called Inglourious Bastards, Basterds. Don't ask me why it's spelled that way.
Well, we can find out today.
I don't think he has an answer.
Oh. Maybe he didn't know how to spell bastards?
Maybe.
That would be great.
But anyway, you mean maybe he's like... what's your comedian friend? Bob Levy.
Bob Levy.
Yeah.
My comedian friend.
Bob Levy. Can't spell.
Yes. Pulp Fiction was originally P-H-I-C-C-I-O-N.
Yeah, someone put it through the spell check. But, it's funny. They said, would you go to a screening of the movie? I said, listen, I'm pretty tied up. I can't get out at night to see a screening of the movie. I said, all right, we're going to give you a screener copy of this movie to watch over the weekend. So they send you out the screening copy. And, obviously, and I don't blame them. They're paranoid about it being copied or ripped off. But I think with me, I'm a pretty safe bet. But they send you a copy of the movie where I put in the DVD player. First of all, across the entire top of the movie is Howard Stern. You see my name throughout the whole film. Howard Stern, property, blah, blah, blah. So the entire top part of the movie is cut off. Then I notice they intentionally, it's not high def or anything like that, they intentionally give you a blurry copy.
Jeez.
So you can't really see the movie all that well between my name.
They must think this is a great film.
Yeah, I mean, they carry on with this. I'm never doing this I'm not doing it
You're
anymore.
not asking anymore.
No more, because they give you such a poor copy of it that it's not an enjoyable experience. And then across the bottom is, most of the film is subtitled.
Oh.
I'd say about 70% of it. And the subtitles are fine because but when they're blurry, they're hard to read.
So the subtitles were blurry, too.
The whole film was blurry.
It's odd that a director would allow someone like you to see a film like that.
I don't think he knows that. In other words...
I bet he'd be livid.
He would.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, listen, I understand...
This is way too many obstacles to seeing a film.
And it's so ridiculous because I know that they give out screening copies to a lot of people that are high def and all this, but... Okay, listen, I'm not going to whine about it. I just thought it'd be nice to see the movie before the guy came in.
Before he came.
Well, by the way, I loved the movie, despite all the obstacles.
All of this going on.
I thought it was great.
I'm dying to see it.
Really enjoyed it. Brad Pitt was good in it. There's a guy who plays a Nazi who is just an amazing actor.
Yeah?
I don't know his name.
You don't know him?
Don't know him. You probably would. You know everything about the movies. I don't know anything. But I really enjoyed the movie. And...
Oh, that's great. I'm glad to hear that.
It's a bunch of Jewish guys. It's a fantasy, a bunch of Jewish guys in World War II.
That's what I said. It sounds to me like how we wish the war had gone.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Or at least part of it.
You got Jews scalping Nazis. I mean, it's like, and Jews beating Nazis in the head with baseball
right, now
bats.
We're getting, what we're getting in the movies, because Defiance has Jews fighting back. We're getting the Jews fighting back movies.
Yeah, by the way... And you sit there and you go, gee, if only a couple of Jews picked up some guns, maybe they could have blown a fucking head off a Nazi or two.
Right.
But, at the time they figured, well, this isn't going to be so bad. And
these are the civilized people. It won't be bad.
You need a gun.
Unfortunately, there were no guns around in Nazi Germany. Unfortunately, 60 years too late, all these fantasies.
Yeah.
But, and by the way, Nazis always seem like buffoons, like so easily beatable.
Yeah, well, that's not true, unfortunately.
Yeah, they weren't so easy to beat. But the fact of the matter is the movie was good. It was fun to watch the movie. And but boy, oh boy, they sure make it hard to see. I mean, I tell you,
You got to go see the movie again now and really enjoy it.
I guess. Or maybe I wouldn't enjoy it as much. I don't know. But
the obstacles.
Quentin Tarantino is a big shot. He is a film director. He gets to go to all the parties. He probably bangs the greatest chicks.
Is he in the system or is he outside?
He's in the system. He could say he's a rebel, but he is in the system.
All right.
Hey, man. Hey. Quentin, great to see you.
Good to see you. The couch is throwing me, though. I'm always used to the big butcher block.
This couch is an updated couch. You should be more comfortable. I think you're going to look better on this couch. Let me see.
There you go. Okay, cool.
Nice, right?
I'm digging on this.
How you been?
Very good.
I saw your movie. I saw it this weekend. They sent me over a screening copy. They make it fuzzy, which I was going to fucking kill somebody.
Or is that how the movie looks?
Yeah,
He's not sure.
Did you shoot it?
Yeah, I had a tracking problem during the making of the movie.
I noticed your new film has named Howard Stern across the top. I appreciate the publicity. It's very, very nice of you.
Is that in 3,000 theaters?
Yeah. I wonder. Imagine they put that one in.
Yeah, just like, I guess we're recurring favor a little bit.
I love the movie. You are a genius. It's when I read that you have an IQ of 160, is that really true? Because I'm thinking of starting the opposite kind of rumor about myself, that my IQ is 75. This way,
you will get...
No, whenever I read about you, it says he has an IQ of 160. Do you have
That's something my mother said.
You don't even know if it's true.
I don't even know if it's true.
Right.
Because why are you wasting your time making movies? You should be really applying.
Yeah, like create a cure for cancer.
Right, exactly.
These movies. But the funny thing is that, Gary even said to me a couple of years ago, let's press release that you have an IQ of about, let's give you a 155.
Yeah, who's going to challenge you? They're not going to test you.
And I say, no, Gary, tell everyone my IQ is super low. I think that would be really cool that a retarded
and then they'll
guy.
Forgive you.
A retarded guy, basically someone who has, minimal intelligence, got this far in life.
And no wonder he does that.
Well, it's the whole idea of say you're older than you actually are. So people go, well, you look great.
That's right. People go the opposite way. It's so wrong. This movie, I like this movie a lot. I think you got a winner on your hands.
Oh, thanks.
But what gave you this idea that, Jews would be scalping Nazis and fighting back? I mean, come on.
It's wonderful to watch Jews fighting back and scalping.
Exactly.
It's a fantasy.
It's about time.
Yeah,
actually.
exactly. It's nice
but
to see.
it's a little too late.
And why did you cast Eli Roth, who used to guard my door? Do you know this story?
Yes, I know the story,
When
actually.
I was shooting Private Parts.
He's a director. actor, though.
Why didn't you cast me as Jew Bear or whatever?
Yeah, the Jew Bear.
The Jew Bear. Why wouldn't I have been
busy, man?
Busy for you? No way. Come on, stop it. You could change my life like you did Travolta's.
Well, one of the things is because Eli does a fantastic Boston accent. That is almost an impossible accent to get unless you're from there.
I could never do that. Do you? You still in touch with Travolta? Does he? I mean, you did change his life.
Oh yeah. No. We it's, you know how it is when you're running around doing stuff. We talk to each other every couple of years.
You don't survive something like your son dying the way what just happened to him.
Yeah.
I feel awful for the guy.
Oh, I mean, and especially because I knew how. I mean, everyone loves her for the most part, but I mean, I know how important his son was to
devoted
him.
To his son.
Exactly.
And but did you make a phone call to Travolta after something like that happens? I'm bad at that stuff.
I'm kind of emotionally immature when
You
it comes to
didn't do
stuff
it.
like that.
You didn't make the
it
call.
happened. It happened when I was in Germany, and I actually heard about it. Actually, like way after the fact, to tell you the truth. It wasn't like I heard about it, oh, this happened last weekend. I heard about it way after the fact, and I was still in Germany. And truth be told, I haven't called him.
You still haven't called him?
I still haven't called him, no.
You could send an e-card, one of those e-cards where something.
Where you
acknowledge
get a
this.
gerbil on the cover and it talks to you.
Yeah, they're talking gerbil. I'm so sorry. No, but seriously, because when you make these movies, and especially when you make a movie with Travolta and you change his whole career, which I mean is unbelievable. I fantasize that you guys are close after something like that. But I guess after the movie, you kind of just go your separate ways.
No. It's not quite like that. I mean, the thing about it is, you're really close. But the thing is, especially in a thing where you're making movies where, like, you could be spending 8 months in Cairo for all you know, or this place or that place. You see each other, but you see each other every couple of years or something, or you go out of your way to, like, hey, let's get together and let's have dinner, or let's have a bottle of wine or something, and you make sure that stuff like that happens. But it's not like, oh, I can just call him up and say, hey, meet me at the corner bar.
It's not like that.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I mean, it could be like that if we happen to be living in the same town and I'm not working and he's not working.
See, your casting decisions are really interesting to me. Like, sometimes you'll pick someone like Travolta who was basically sort of washed up. I mean, people forget that. When you chose him, it was kind of like, Travolta, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, that was kind of the big thing at that time when I was doing it was people were like, what, the guy from Welcome Back, Kotter? Oh, man, he's over. He's done.
Right. I mean...
Did you consider him for another movie before that?
No. Actually, what happened was, I'd only really done Reservoir Dogs before Pulp Fiction.
Right, I thought you were looking at him for one of
I know
roles.
what you're talking about. I actually just got to, the thing is, I've always liked him. I always thought he was terrific. So I got together with him, not about Pulp Fiction, just to meet him.
Right.
All right, one of those things, because it happened. Like,
directors do that a lot, don't they?
Yeah.
They'll meet with someone just to get a vibe.
That's exactly it. And the thing is, like, you go and you have lunch with somebody that you admire, you think they're a good actor, and if you get on, if you click, then you're even more inclined to think about them for something coming up.
Why have you never had me in one of these lunches? I mean, how dare you? You realize how
he got
fine...
your vibe, Howard.
He got my vibe right here. I never heard from you. Why do people meet with me?
There's no investigation I need to do.
Yeah, why do people meet with me and no further investigation required? What is it about me? The shades, the big nose? I mean, what does it to you? But, it's so interesting to me. Now in Inglourious Bastards, you got Brad Pitt. Which, when you get a Brad Pitt to be in your movie, you go, yeah, eureka, because this guy's box office gold, right? I mean, but to convince the guy, and I don't know if this is true, you go, like right after his twins are born to Angelina Jolie, you're like almost in the hospital with him.
Yeah, she was in the hospital when I went to visit,
She's in the hospital. Where do you go to visit him? At the house?
Yeah, I went to his house in
You get invited
in
to the house?
Yeah.
In France?
In France?
Yeah.
Is that where she gave birth, in France?
Yeah,
No, what do? You pick up the phone and you say, hey, Brad, I got a new movie.
No, actually, I'll tell you exactly what happened. Me and Brad didn't really know each other. We just seen each other from time to time.
Right.
And, I knew he wanted to work with me and he knew I wanted to work with him. So that was out there.
Right.
And just, it has to be the right thing. So hopefully that'll happen one day. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. And I'm writing the script, and I'd start thinking, well, Brad could be terrific for this role. And
I would never have thought of him for that role. Well, that's
he
what
was
makes
the
you
only person I could think of,
Wow,
actually.
and he was quite good in it.
Yeah, normally his situation is, I'm proud of my second choice or my third choice, and I might even end up preferring my second choice because it's a whole different movie than the one I made in my head.
Yeah.
But to me, he was so kind of nailed that character so much in my brain that it was like there was no second or third choice. It would have just been a different character with somebody else.
He's a good actor.
I
like him.
So. I think he's
thought
fantastic.
Interview with a Vampire was terrific.
Well,
right?
yeah, well, I actually also think that I'm working with him at the best time.
Right.
To work with him.
Because he's probably miserable with all those kids, and now he'll give you 100% because he doesn't want to go home, right?
No,
is that what you're thinking?
No, it's more the fact is like, now he's in his 40s. The pretty boy stuff is gone. He's still really handsome.
Right.
But that pretty boy stuff is gone. He can lead the bastards now.
Yes, he could be the leader
his
of an
iconic thing is really going.
When he was really pretty, you wouldn't buy him as the guy leading a troop of men who were going to go behind enemy lines.
There also is the thing, he's been around as long as I have. He came out with Thelma and Louise in 91. I came out with Reservoir Dogs in 92. There's also 17 years of being a star.
That's right. And so it's a good collaboration. Mm-hmm. So you decide to you write this thing. The whole time you're writing it, you're thinking of Brad Pitt in this role.
Oh, yeah. So what I do is I call up his agent because I know his agent is Uma Thurman's agent. I don't know that many agents, but this is one I know.
You banged Uma Thurman, right? Let's be honest. Come on.
I'm not going to talk about stuff like that on here. I'm not going to talk about stuff like that on here.
Oh, if I could bang her. Oh, yeah. Come on. Let me smell your penis.
Not saying a
He's
damn
not saying
thing.
anything. I have a feeling something went down, my friend. I hear her in my head right now. You can almost hear her coming out of my headphones.
So, as I was saying, I call up his agent. And I say, hey, look.
How are you talking over Uma Thurman moaning like that? That's what I want.
Did you do this at the time?
You admit to banging Kathy Griffin, so why not Uma Thurman? Really?
I didn't bang Kathy Griffin.
You went out with her?
I made out with her.
You made out with Kathy?
We did the thing.
I never figure out your women choices, but we're going to get to that part of the interview.
The map is covered. It is kind of all over the map.
You had sex with Margaret Cho, right? And I got to tell you something, Margaret now.
You're just picking people you see me photograph with and just figuring out that.
Margaret is a sex freak.
She's sexy, too.
And she'll do it with girls, with guys, everything. She is like sexually so open. She's been on the radio, talking about it.
Oh, yeah. No. She talks about her pussy a lot.
Yeah. Is she the best sex you ever had?
No.
Really?
Oh, well, who was it?
Uma.
No, it's nobody you
Brad
would
Pitt.
know. It's nobody you would know.
Well, tell us her name anyway. She should be famous.
I bet you Uma's cold in bed.
Oh, stop.
You know why?
I'm not
She's
even.
too good looking. Too good looking.
You're getting dead air from me if you get further down this road.
When they're that good looking, are they not as loving?
Don't even quite stop trying to engage me.
I will engage you. I'll get back to that. Now, get back to this Brad Pitt story, for example. So you called. Now, let me understand something. How long does it take you to write Inglourious Bastards?
I came up with actually the idea a long time ago in the characters, but this last time when I wrote it and finished it, I actually wrote it in about 6 months.
You write this by yourself?
Yeah.
You go off in a room somewhere and write this thing. You had it in your head, but you have to sit down and write it.
Exactly, yeah.
How do you know how to write these things? I mean, I can't figure this out.
Well, that's what a writer does.
You are a writer, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you admit it.
Oh, I know. That's actually, I almost think that's my main thing.
More than directing.
In some ways, yes.
Where do you conceive this idea from? Like, are you standing in the shower? And a lot of good ideas always come to me in the shower. Well, I once wrote a fart joke. It was unbelievable. I'm standing in the shower, and I'm thinking how funny it would be to just fart into the microphone. Where do you come up with your good ideas? Is it just walking around and suddenly hits you?
Well, usually, actually, with me, it tends to start with something just extremely basic. I like genre movies.
Right.
So I enjoy that. And I even like the idea of subgenres inside of genres. And so I thought of wouldn't it be cool to do a war film, but in particular, wouldn't it be cool to do a bunch of guys on a mission war film?
Yes.
Like those, the Devil's Brigade and the Dirty Dozen, that kind of stuff. And they haven't made anything like that for a while.
But what was the fantasy that Jews would be scalping?
Well, that was the next step. All right. So, the first step is, let me throw my hat in that genre.
Right.
All right. Then, bunch of guys on a mission. Well, who are the guys?
Yeah.
All right. And then I actually thought of what if it's a bunch of American Jews behind enemy lines doing an Apache resistance?
That's the brilliance, right? That's the brilliance.
That's what I think. Yeah.
Do you think? Are you a religious man?
Not really.
Do you think the nature?
Well,
who gets that thought?
It's funny you say that because I'm not a religious man.
Right.
At the same time, if I am religious, it's about my writing ability.
Yes.
I do feel that there is. I consider it a God-given gift, even though I don't really believe in God.
So
I don't know what that means.
I'm in the same confusing universe that you're in.
Yeah. I believe in past lives, though. Do you believe in past lives?
I'm not going to get that crazy.
No,
You're a little
there'd
what?
have to be something out there if there were past lives.
See, I don't believe in past lives, and then I'll go, that person's an old soul.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no, it's like it's contradiction upon contradiction.
Yeah, and I go,
you don't know what's training and what's society and what is.
I know,
what.
and then I get a great idea, and I go, thank God. You know, I mean, so who knows what it is? So wait a second. So here we are. So now we come up with this great idea for the flick.
Yeah.
You sit for 6 months and you write it. Now you're done. Your dream guy is Brad Pitt to be a star in this movie.
Yeah.
You call up the agent, and what does the agent say? Fuck you?
No, actually, what he said, what I say is like, look, I'm gonna be done in about 3 weeks,
right?
And I've got this thing for Brad. Not only that, though, I'm not making it easy on myself. I need to go right away. I can't wait for him.
You mean, in other words, you want to start shooting this baby
right away because I wanted to
away.
be done in time for the Cannes Film Festival.
Did you have the funding already in place? Everything?
Yeah, I wasn't worried about that. I knew I had that in my back pocket.
What do you mean you had that in your back pocket?
Well, I knew I was going to make it with the Weinsteins, and I'd make a deal with somebody with a studio.
What if the
for
Weinsteins
foreign.
didn't like the script?
That's
impossible.
That was
That's impossible when you're you. It's impossible that they wouldn't like the script.
That's impossible.
All right, get out of here now. Wait a second. So now you're telling me you write the script and you say, okay, I got to go meet with Brad Pitt. So they fly you to France.
Well, no. But here's the thing, though, is like I'm creating a perfect storm for the word no.
Right.
All right, because I have all these things that have to work in order for it to work, and sometimes you're lucky and sometimes you're not. But this time it was like, Quentin, that's perfect. He's ready to work right now. Actually, the sooner the better.
You would think Brad Pitt would have like 50 films lined up.
Yeah, no, but actually, well, Brad's smart. That's one of the things about it is he does not back himself up like 3 pictures in advance because he wants to be available when good material comes his way.
So that is a good move, isn't it? So a movie like that, Brad Pitt could do another Legends of the Fall and make a fortune. So you're not going to him with a big money offer, are you, on this?
Well, it's a medium money. For him, it would probably be a medium money offer. It's still a lot of damn money.
He's willing to. What'd you have to give him? Do you know?
I think it was something like $9 million or something.
Wow, $9 million. But it's worth it because I mean, his name will get. Yeah, I mean, if he ain't in the movie, you know. But the star of the movie is this guy who plays the Nazi,
Christoph Waltz. Yeah.
What's his name?
Christoph Waltz.
Boy, is he good.
Yeah, he won the Best Actor at the Cannes Film Festival.
The Jew Hunter.
Yeah.
He's terrific.
Colonel Hans Landa of the SS.
Love this guy.
That guy's awesome.
Most relaxed actor I've ever seen.
Now, where'd you find him? He was just lying around?
Him we got for $9.
Yeah.
That's how it sets off the $9 million for Brad Pitt.
Deutschmark.
Right. Is he just some unknown dude?
No. He's known in Germany as a TV actor.
Okay.
Yeah, he does they do a lot of miniseries in Germany, so he's like second or third lead on a miniseries in Germany.
And he's multilingual.
Oh yeah. Well, that was one of the things when I wrote the script is, when I finished the script, one of the things about Hans Landa's character is he's a linguistic genius.
Yes.
And I knew I needed the actor to be a linguistic genius, or else he would just never be what he was on the page.
He was terrific. And so you get to the part where now you have to talk to Brad Pitt in person.
Yeah, he likes the script and he wants to discuss it.
Are you nervous approaching him? Because after all, he's become bigger since he married this Angelina Jolie.
Here's the thing. I wasn't nervous about seeing Brad, but because I really couldn't come up with anybody else that I thought would have been as perfect a fit to play the role, I was a little nervous because I had nowhere else to go afterwards in my brain.
So you, right.
And also, there is a
he has you by the balls in a sense.
Well, it is a little different insofar as like say, okay, I think Robert Forster is the perfect person to play in Jackie Brown. I'll be able to get Robert Forster.
Right.
All right. When all of a sudden Brad is the perfect guy, I could not get him.
What would you have done if you had a backup plan? If Brad Pitt wasn't available, you only had 3 weeks for him to give you this window of like time. Who would you have gone to if it wasn't Brad Pitt?
Well, actually, I don't have to dig deep. So I never went there. I really kind of.
You went there.
No.
You went there.
I actually kind of believe oftentimes in just no fallback because you don't intend to fall back.
There really was no fallback. You never said in your mind, Brad Pitt.
I was going to get him. I was just going to get. I mean, Once I found out he was available, I was going to get it.
And he wasn't turned off that you were approaching him in the middle of him having twins. I got a feeling this guy's miserable. Now, I want you to be totally honest with me. I think he married Angelina Jolie. She's hottest chick on the planet. They look like they belong together. I think it was a on-set beautiful romance. Now he's in over his head. He's swimming in children
Actually,
of all different types.
I'm not the one to comment on
Yes, you
on
are.
his
You know
private life.
so much.
But I do. But I will tell you, when I was in, I actually saw all the kids when I went to visit him in France.
Were you overwhelmed?
They were really cool.
Well,
I mean,
cool. You're there for 10 minutes.
No,
I mean,
but it is the kind of thing when you see his daughters and his sons and everything. It is the kind of thing. I don't know if I want that many kids, but it is the kind of thing that I'm like, well, there are some really cool benefits about being a dad when you have all these kids around.
Like what?
Well, it's just like, well, for instance, one of his daughters was just so sweet, and she was like, "Daddy this and Daddy
Which
that."
one? The adopted one or the biological one?
The black one.
The black one?
Yeah.
Do you think the black one is jealous of the biological one?
No, I think no. I watch them. They all get around.
There are three biological ones now.
They get along terrific.
The black ones don't shut up.
I think
Let me just finish my point.
You're
though.
saying the black kid was more verbal than the white one?
No, it was just the fact that she was just daddy this, daddy that, daddy this, daddy that, in a really sweet way. And I was like, I wouldn't mind being called daddy to this little girl. It was really
You'd last
sweet.
10 minutes. Isn't it true you have this incredible lifestyle? You're free to go and roam around.
I don't have this lifestyle.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, I was musing for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
When you see the whole family together, are you aware of the racial component? Like, do you go, oh, that's the black kid, that's the white kid?
Well, he just did it.
Yes.
Well, there is the black girl, all right?
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's got to be startling in a way to see.
No, it's not startling.
Right.
It is what it is.
It just is. It's just something that
it
exists.
is. It's not. It's not startling at all. I mean,
You didn't faint when you saw this?
No, I'm just saying. It's just. I mean,
you don't mind
they're a
black
family.
people.
You don't mind being with black people, with
they're
white
a
people?
family.
Right, all right. So, in other words, you're not a racist, is what we're saying, right?
Barely.
Right, barely. All right. A little bit, but not so much. So what you're saying is you walk into this guy's house now, and here's Brad Pitt, and it's time to get him for your new movie, Inglourious Bastards. Mm-hmm. And I bullshit you not. That film is a great film. You're good. Did the critics review it yet?
A lot of them have come out, yeah.
Did you get good reviews?
Oh, yeah. Well, I always get mixed reviews because my shit is what it is.
Right.
And you're either going to like it or you're not going to like it.
In a way, you got to be a Quentin Tarantino fan. You got to understand where you come from on all this
Right,
stuff.
yeah.
I loved it. So you walk in, he's read the script, right?
Yeah.
And he says, hey, I like this script. Mm-hmm. I can play this part. Right. Or he didn't even say that?
No, actually, the thing about it, one of the things he said that was really cool is he wanted to talk about the very end. Because I don't want to give away the very ending.
Right.
But there is a situation in the movie where towards the end, history goes went one way and I go the other way.
Right.
And he wanted to talk about it.
He had a problem with it? And did you say, my IQ's 160? How dare you?
He wanted to discuss it. He wanted to know where I was coming from as far as this was concerned.
Did you say, you know what? You just look pretty on screen. Let me worry about the ending.
Well, no, the thing about what he said was so cool because I knew it was one of the things he wanted to talk about.
Right.
And we don't get around. He lives on a vineyard, so we're just like one bottle of rosé after another. So
the two of you are alcoholics, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Right. You're sitting and drinking.
So we're down into bottle 3 of the rosé.
My God.
Do you pinch yourself and say, here I was working in a video store and now I'm having rosé with Brad Pitt in his house in France?
Well, at the time when I was in a video store, I think he was working in a restaurant.
Somebody had to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So He didn't want to insult you.
Yeah, so now, what's your take on that?
Yeah.
But I just thought that was really cool. It was just, okay, now we're going to bring up the controversial aspect. Oh, by the way, I'm in. I'm doing it.
Did you, well, he was being nice, I think.
Yeah.
That's really good. He put you at ease. Mm-hmm. And do you think, does he say to you, why is the word bastard spelled B-A-S-T-E-R-D? Does he say things
Actually,
like that?
he didn't bring that up at all.
Now, people bring that up and you say, I have no idea why that I did that.
No, I know why I did. I mean, it's an artistic stroke.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, it really is.
Just changing that
to describe it, to put it under the microscope is to take the piss out of it.
Like when Abby Hoffman called America with a K or something.
Yeah, or, when Basquiat took his restaurant bill and Elmer glued it to his painting. It's just, you don't talk about it. You just did it.
Never bring that guy up again. Never heard of him. Okay. So in other words, Basquiat. Yeah. So you
black guy.
You sit there. There you go. You sit
He's another
there,
black guy.
Another
He's
black
dead.
guy. You sit there with Brad Pitt.
Dead black guy.
And does Brad Pitt, and he's going through this whole thing. His wife's having twins. Does she ever come home during this, Angelina Jolie, or
She just had twins. She's in the hospital.
She's in the hospital.
Yeah.
Don't you think he should be in the hospital with Angelina Jolie?
He was with her all day. He was with her the whole day
He's in the middle
before.
of the vineyard getting drunk.
I mean, don't you think that's a little weird?
I think the day you have twins, you'll be drinking about 5 bottles of rosé yourself.
How long is this meeting?
I hadn't thought about that. That's why we drink so much.
How long is the meeting? Are you kidding? He's so free. Now, how is he able to drink while he's supposed to be watching these kids? They claim they have no help. You saw help, don't you? You saw help there, didn't you?
There was they have
nannies.
They have some friends.
Of
Yeah.
course, because there's no way this guy's getting through. This guy is the biggest box office
No, he
star.
was actually. I mean, there was
Come
other
on.
people to help, but it's like he was taking care of the kids.
He was involved during this meeting. Like the kids would interrupt and say, "Dad, I need you to do this."
Yeah,
I
they
need
come
to do
and
that."
sit on his lap for a while, then yank him around, and he'd say, "Okay, now leave me alone for a while. I got to talk." You know?
And who takes the kids when that you have to talk?
Oh,
There's
actually,
a nanny.
they just go away for a little while.
They just go somewhere.
Yeah, but we actually hung out. I mean, I was.
They
there,
listen to him.
Yeah, I was there till like 3 a.m. or something. So we were all hanging out. And
Hold it a second. The whole time you're at Brad Pitt's house, you're hanging out till 3 a.m. Don't you think? Do you ever say to yourself, maybe I'm annoying this guy? Maybe it's time for me to go home.
That's not a dad kind of move to
Yeah.
stay up till 3 a.m.
I don't stay more than
I
an
flew
hour.
all the way to France. That's not the time you cut it short. All right.
Are you with Brad Pitt the entire time? Like till 3 a.m?
Yeah.
What are you doing? You don't just stay there sitting and drinking.
That's exhausting.
Why not?
Yeah, you say that like it's a bad thing.
You know why I'm fascinated by this? Like people will come to my home, and I sit there and I go, okay, we spent an hour or two. Aren't
Now
we
what do
done
we
now?
do?
Can I go off and do something by myself?
Well, it might be a little. Actually, with Brad, it wouldn't be different if I just came over to just have a drink and talk. Because every time he's come over to my house, we've been up until 3 a.m. or something.
Really? I find that exhausting.
No, we have a good.
Does he ever say to you, okay, now I want to go to bed?
Eventually, all right, but it's like, but it actually.
You mean if I invited you
out?
Yeah, I mean, did he throw you out of the house?
No, it was.
Did you
just,
sleep over?
It was just eventually over. No, I
You had
left.
a hotel.
Yeah, I left.
All right, so there you are. You're sitting there with Brad. You get him for the movie, and I swear to you, Robin, I could spend 10 hours interviewing Quentin just about how
That
he stayed
whole
till
day,
3 in the
yeah,
morning because. I don't know how to socialize like that. I
But-
would be
but
so.
you-
I would be.
but
I
you,
feel so.
Howard-
Wait, 1 sec. I feel
yeah.
so poorly about myself that I'd say, "Gee, I'm taking up Brad Pitt's time." He obviously. First of all, if he doesn't have that much help, how can he stay up till 3 in the morning? Those kids are going to wake him up early.
That's what I was
And
going
I'm
to say.
sitting- Right.
This does not sound like a person who's taking care of kids.
No,
Who has time to hang out till 3 in the
Quentin,
morning all day. He's not taking care of children.
I left Gary's
there-
dinner party in the middle of dinner because I felt it was enough. You know what I'm saying? I can't hang.
No, actually, part of but part of the thing that was actually, that's actually that was cool about it. We didn't just sit there and talk about the movie the entire time. Part of it was also getting to know each other. We talked about a lot of kinds of
Sure.
stuff. But also, he had this cool little dune buggy kind of thing because he was going to show me around the grounds, and all the kids jumped in the car, and he gave me this big tour around, and the kids are all hanging out. And not only that, he actually has a recording studio on his property. That is the recording studio they recorded Pink Floyd's The Wall on.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, it's on the property. And he got a guy who runs the recording studio.
How big a property is this? How many acres?
It's huge.
You have to drive around to see it
exactly.
all.
No, it's a gigantic.
He owns this
Vineyard.
property?
Vineyard. It's a vineyard.
He
yeah.
owns the vineyard.
Yeah.
And he produces wine.
Exactly. It's like a small little town.
You know, it's funny with him, too, because I sometimes go, this guy apparently has a lot of money. But
I thought he lived in New Orleans.
But how many movies does he make a year? Like, he doesn't make that many. Like, he made your movie. That's a $9 million payday, but still, he's living like a $100 million lifestyle.
Yeah, well, but he's like I said, he's been at it for a long time, you know, and it's him and Angelina Jolie as well.
Do you get jealous of him in this sense? I'm talking about the economics of this now. Like, you don't get $9 million to write and direct the film.
I get my money on the back end.
No, understood.
I do really good on
But
the
you're
back end.
taking a chance on that. Let's say
yeah,
the
but I'm
movie
happy. Look, it's my art, so I'm happy to take the chance. If I don't think, that's actually, I would rather take it on the back end where if we do well, I'm going to do magnificent.
Right. Does Brad get a little back end taste? Of course.
He gets a back end taste. He doesn't get my back end taste.
No, let's hope not. I mean, after all, you deserve the big payday.
Yeah, but where I'm coming from is if it doesn't work out, well, then I shouldn't get paid.
Sure, you should. You put in a lot of
no,
hours.
I do get paid, all right? But it's like,
Do you
but I
take
don't
a
deserve
fee?
any more than that if it actually is a flop.
Do you take a fee as a director and writer?
Yeah, I
you
do,
do.
yeah.
So you take a couple million on that.
Yeah, but I don't take what I could get on the open market because I want it in the back. Believe me, they would almost rather pay me a big payday
And they
up
take
front.
the chance.
They
Exactly.
take all the money.
So
Yeah.
you have ownership in the film.
Yeah.
All right. So now you get Brad Pitt signed up, and I still maintain that Brad Pitt can't. They have to have a lot of help.
Who
You can't
put
be
the
up till
kids
3 in
to
the
bed?
morning.
Who
It's
put
not
the
a lot.
kids
It's
to
not
bed?
a lot.
Who
Who
put the kids to bed?
Oh, it was he
The nanny.
He has friends. They're not. It's not quite even a nanny. It's
People?
friends that have known him for a long time that are just also hanging out on the property and everything.
Wow,
like
it's a
that.
whole different life than I could handle. I would like to have friends hanging out on the property, but then I want them to go away. You see, they're constantly there, and the fact that you can stay there and hang till 3 in the morning shows you're not a paranoid type. I mean, did you have a meal there?
Yeah, we had dinner.
You make duty in the bathroom?
I went to the bathroom. Yes,
You
I
did.
Yeah.
Duty number 2.
I don't remember. I might have. I
When you
wouldn't
were
have
making
been
a duty,
weird about it. if
when
I
you were
did.
making a duty and you were pitching Inglourious Bastards to Brad Pitt, do you say to yourself, "Oh my God, like maybe I'm going to stink this room up. I shouldn't be doing this"? Do you feel like you have to rush through your bowel movement, or can you sit there and read? I mean, I'm honest to God interested.
You sit there and read.
I mean, what do you do?
Like, I think the only thing that would have been horrible if you did the thing where you go to flush it and the water doesn't go down, it goes up.
Especially in France, that happens a lot.
Yeah.
So now you get Brad Pitt and you make the movie Inglourious Bastards, and you got a hit. I think. I think this one's a biggie.
I'm pretty excited about it. Actually.
All right. And now, are you nervous with the box office now? When's it open? Next weekend?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So
Do you care
nervous?
about box office?
Well, yeah.
Sure
I
he
wanted
does.
to be well. I wanted to do well, and in particular, I have to say, I really wanted to do in a weird way. Even more than for myself, I wanted to do well for the Weinsteins because I've been with Harvey for a long
Right.
time.
They've
and
been
this would
good
be
to you, and
this
you've
would be
been
a
good to
big-
them.
This would be a big deal for them.
I hope so.
Yeah, because
And
they lost their company to Disney.
Yeah, so it's like, and I love the idea that I'm the guy bringing them back.
Yeah,
I love that
yeah.
idea. And
Eli Roth, who you cast in the movie, he plays Bear Jew. He
Yeah.
plays one of the Jews who takes a baseball bat to Nazis' heads. It's a great moment in the movie. Great moment. I loved it. You met him at Lindsay Lohan's house at a party?
No. It was when we started hanging out together.
You went to Lindsay Lohan's house?
Yeah, we were at a club, and she was saying, "Hey, we're getting together at my place. Do you want to come with us?" And we said yes.
When you meet a Lindsay Lohan, do you think to yourself, okay, I could get her? Do you know, I mean, is there a reason, like, do you think, well, maybe I'll try and have her sexually? I mean, she's a little young, but...
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually really not attracted to gals that young.
You're not?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
But that's a slam
So
dunk.
why are you going back to the house? I mean, isn't all of her friends are about that age?
Yeah, it's just actually that's not really true. Actually,
I don't know. I'm asking.
Yeah, she's got some posse, and and they're kind of all over the place. But it's not. It's just about you're hanging out and you're in a club, and she goes, "Hey, we're all going back to my place. You want to come? Yeah, sure." Actually, but the funny thing about with Eli was the fact that. Especially then with Eli, I just didn't like writing phone numbers down. I never carried a cell phone with me. So if somebody says, "Hey, well, let me give you our cell phone so you can tell you how to get there," I would say, "Hey, Eli, could you take it?" And he would take it. So Lindsay Lohan thought Eli was my assistant.
Would you?
And then I just started calling him like he was like my low rent younger brother. All right, so he's Ernie Tarantino.
Would you ever? You should introduce him as Ernie Tarantino.
I did. We did for a long time. That was her thing. Hey, Ernie's here.
Would you ever cast her in a movie? Now you're a director. You have to have okay, maybe she's bankable, but she's she has this unreliable reputation. You can't have nonsense on a film.
Well,
right?
I can't have nonsense on the film, but but at the same time, if I worked with her, I'm sure she'd straighten up her act, or I wouldn't. But it's not even about that. I'm not even accusing her of anything.
Well,
I think she's a terrific actress.
Right, she is. She's a good actress.
Yeah.
But you can't take a chance on some people. Don't understand that if someone's a nudnik and is a pain in the ass on the set, and they're going to hold you up, it's hard enough to make a film.
If I thought that was the case, then I wouldn't. I wouldn't work with somebody like that. But I don't think that's the case with her.
Would you put her in one of your movies?
Oh, if I thought she was right in a heartbeat. I really think she's one of the best young actresses in America.
Now, you say she's too young for you. What is your age limit on chicks? In other words, how young will you go at this point in your life? Would you date a 20-year-old right now?
I would. I
she
would
looks
feel comfortable.
gorgeous.
I wouldn't really feel
bigger
comfortable
tits than Uma Thurman. The whole thing.
Dating.
Go ahead.
Like a girlfriend kind of thing.
You don't date?
I wouldn't. No, I would just. Look, a 20-year-old doesn't really have a life. I mean,
understood.
I've got a nice life. So if we're going to be together, you got to come with a life.
All right. So how old? What's the minimum?
Yeah, I guess 25, 26.
25, 26. Then they start to have a life.
But by that time, they've got a life.
That's right. I like that. I like that. I'm just
close. All right. 20. Oh, absolutely not. What would be 25?
I like what you're saying.
Big fucking difference.
You know, it's got a life.
Kill Bill.
McClanahan has a life.
Strangely enough, there
Artie's
is
right.
a difference
Did you hear
between
what Artie
25
said?
and 20.
Did you hear what Artie said? Rue McClanahan has a life. You want someone with a life.
She has a life, that's for sure.
What is the age maximum? What is the oldest woman you've ever dated?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's right. Let's think.
26.
It's funny. Then they have too much of a life at 27. You will never marry?
Oh no! If I, the minute you say you never marry, that's like a year and a half later you get married.
What is it, Gary?
I saw Quentin interviewed on CBS Sunday Morning, and he said he's going to have kids when he's around 60. He thinks that's about the right time.
Well, you might be right in the sense that you'll have lived a full life, and maybe you'll get everything out of you.
That's very profound, Howard. That's exactly where I'm coming from.
You don't usually agree with that, though, because of the age of the father.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Screw those kids.
Yeah. No. There's a little bit of like that I was like, oh man, I don't know if I like. It sounds cool being the young dad as opposed to being the old dad, but that's just ego. Kid doesn't give a damn.
Well, you've often said that you would stop directing at around 60 because you don't want to be one of these guys who stays too long at the party and becomes irrelevant and too old. You want to be an elder statesman. I relate to that. And I think.
But haven't you seen some directors who still have it going on?
Damn few.
But there are some.
How old are you now?
How old am I? I'm 45.
Right. I'm 55. Mm-hmm. And I kind of agree with Quentin on this. I really do. I feel like I see in radio guys stay too long at the party. It's kind of like. You got to find your way out on top.
I'm a student. Every field, you have to do that.
I'm a student of directors' careers, and it's
so you're saying 60 is the cutoff?
But Clint Eastwood is the exception, right? His last film was great.
No. He's a terrific director. But the thing about it, again, I'm a writer. That can be my time to write novels. That's the time for me to write cinema books.
Do
and
something
stuff like
different.
That. Exactly.
Right.
And I could actually, that could be the time to raise the kids and the family and all that stuff.
To me, Kill Bill, one of your greatest films. We got to comment on David Carradine. You were aware that he was into this weird, freaky thing sexually with tying up, wearing underwear, wigs. Comment on that. And have you ever tried that?
Oh.
I know autoerotic asphyxiation.
You've never tried autoerotic asphyxiation?
No, I've
bullshit.
Thought about it.
I don't believe it.
I thought
about it.
Yeah, actually, the thing about it, that was one of those things where I used to like teasingly bring it up with girls. All right, like being this naughty boy, bring it up until a couple girls wanted to take me up on it. All right, maybe not.
What is scary about it? The fact that you're putting your complete faith in some chick who's going to tie you up and then choke you.
Well, it's not so much time. It's not so much time. I'm like,
right.
I wouldn't do it by myself.
Right.
All right. But
because auto basically means you're doing it by yourself.
Exactly. If I was going to do it, it would be like a girl has a ribbon around my neck and she's just cutting it off.
Right.
Yeah. Because then it's not a situation. It's not like they strangle you so much that you die. The problem with autoerotic fixation is you pass out.
Yes.
And once you pass out, you hang yourself.
Right.
All right. But you've never worn it. Were you shocked? I knew Carradine a little bit, not as well as you do, but I've spoken with him many times. Were you shocked when you heard that he was into this kind of thing?
I think, actually, I don't know if that's the case. I mean, there's even talk that he was even murdered and everything. Right. So I don't know if that's the case. But, okay, just for the sake of this Howard Stern conversation, let's just say
Go ahead.
That was the case.
Right.
I think that's fucking badass,
you
man.
Do.
He went out great as far as I'm
jerking
concerned.
off.
Take it to the limit one more time.
I feel completely differently than that. How you're found dead can be very embarrassing.
Mm-hmm. But you don't know.
Yeah, but still. I mean, do you want your legacy? He was Kung Fu. He was Kill Bill. He was great.
I love the idea he was sexual, and here it is. And
What did you think?
Carradine didn't live a life like anybody else, man. That's part of where I'm also coming from, in particular about David, is the fact that David lived 5 people's lives, man.
What do you mean by that? Be specific.
I mean, the thing is, that was a wild dude, man. And
what was wild? What does he do? I want to be wild. Tell me what to do. What is so wild?
I think he was one of the great like mad geniuses.
He didn't
of
care about
Hollywood.
other people, did he?
And he did it. Well, he just did his own thing. He was like a hippie. He was an artist. He lived a Charles Dickens life.
You're making me want to hang me right now. I mean, just tie a rope around my neck.
He went by his own rules. He did his own thing. He was a true artist bohemian, and that guy just really lived a life. No, he was wonderful.
When you directed him, he knew his lines.
Oh, yeah, no, he was great. He was great. So my feeling about him passing is it's horribly sad for the people who are going to miss him. It's horribly sad for me. It's horribly sad for his family. But as far as like going out with having lived a great life, man, he did it right.
So you understand that's a fetish because you have a foot fetish, right? Admittedly.
Do you really?
Yes.
I never said I had a foot fetish.
You do.
I never said
You concentrate on feet.
I admire feet. I admire legs. I admire ass. I'm a lower track man.
All
right, I like the
same
lower
here.
track.
when you're with a girl, do you lick toes?
I ain't gonna talk about stuff like that.
This is about foot thing. I'm not asking
Talk to
specific.
Rosie Perez about this stuff.
What do you mean?
About it.
Why Rosie Perez?
Well, remember she likes your feet. That shows what a foot fetish she has.
I forgot about that. But do you have a foot fetish sexually? I mean, are you into women's feet?
I like feet. I like legs.
Is that why you dated Kathy Griffin? Does she have pretty feet?
No, she doesn't.
She does not have pretty feet.
Well, she doesn't have pretty feet, but I wouldn't
They weren't
brag about
exceptional.
them.
Who has the nicest feet in Hollywood? That you've seen. Personally, Lindsay Lohan,
A set of feet that impressed you.
Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie. Who? I understand he has no hair on his toes. David Carradine's feet. I wonder if David Carradine took it so far that he painted his toenails and wore pretty shoes and the whole thing.
I don't know. I don't even know anything about that stuff. All right, I just but if that were the way that he went out, I actually just think that's just rock and roll the way he lived.
You're willing to buy that he was investigating Chinese?
I don't know.
Gangs.
I don't know. I don't know nothing about it. I mean, there's even talk that he was actually murdered because his hands were tied behind his back. All right, so I don't know.
How do you want to go out? How do you want to be? Do you want to be in bed with a woman when you die?
The old John Garfield way, dying while you're fucking.
Rockefeller did it. I mean, what is it?
Come and go at the same time.
If Carradine went as a cool way, what is the coolest
What
way
is
to
the
go for Quentin
coolest way?
Tarantino?
Well, I have to say, I really dig the idea of living to be 100.
You like it?
Yeah, I like that idea. I mean, if I go out after I've done what I want to do, then that's all good too. But I actually like the idea of living to be 100.
Will you ever do one of these movies like a superhero movie? Because now that's
One
the
of the
rage.
big, sci-fi.
Are you a comic book fan?
Yeah, I am.
Me
a very
too.
big comic book fan.
Why won't you do one of those kind of films? I bet you'd have an interesting
Well,
take.
I mean, it is kind of weird because it's like if you were to ask me back in the days I worked at the video store, we always wanted to see comic book movies and they didn't make them or they made them screwed up.
Right.
So I mean, there's a weird aspect. I think there's a little part of me that I've grown out of it. But there would have been a time that like what's going on right now would have been the greatest thing ever. As far as I'm
Did you ever
concerned.
consider putting Spider-Man into Inglourious Bastards, like having him appear? I mean, because that's a lock. I mean,
Well, but if I were to do a comic book movie, I wouldn't be interested in doing an established comic book hero. I want to come up with the comic
your hero.
with the
That's what I
myself.
like about you. That's what I like about Inglourious Bastards. That's a really interesting take with these Jewish guys going behind the enemy lines.
Well, Tim, look, here's one of the things that really doesn't make me better, but makes me different than a lot of other directors, and especially writer-directors, is a director will come out and there'll be a writer-director, and they really have a voice, and they'll do 1 movie, 2 movie, 3 movies, and there is a voice to their work. But you know what? It's hard to face that blank page every single project.
It is.
You are starting from scratch all over again. Everything you did means nothing now. And you know what? You don't make that many movies.
And don't you think? Yeah, it's like rock stars. They only have so many songs in them.
Yeah.
Don't you think though that in a way it's like unbelievable when you look at some of the crap movies that come out? Because here you are, you're sitting. It's almost like you come up with a good pitch. It's like Jews behind enemy lines in World War II. Isn't that enough almost?
Yeah, well, there also is the thing of we're taking it around Hollywood, and everyone's liking it, okay? Very Jewish town. Oh, go figure.
Yeah.
Come in, talk about it. Talk about the movie. We love this
Can you
movie.
get away, because you're in show business and you're a famous director, can you get away with behavior that other people can't? For example, I heard on a set you were working with Fergie, the singer, and you bit her ass in order to get her to react to something? You actually bit her on the ass? I like to do that.
Yeah, well, she was being eaten by zombies.
Right. So you should,
right, in the scene. So I was like a zombie in the scene, so I bit her ass. That's what's happening.
But you didn't bite any of the male actors. You bit Fergie.
Well, I didn't have a scene as a zombie eating other male actors.
You didn't bite Travolta's ass in Pulp Fiction.
I wasn't a zombie.
You would have if you had been a zombie in that. Listen to me. You've done it again. You have made a film. That's great.
Oh, I appreciate it, mate.
I'm not bullshitting you.
I know. You wouldn't.
I bullshit many people who come in here. But you, I'm afraid of. You got an IQ of 160.
Hey,
you probably see through it.
Did you have a favorite scene in the movie?
I had a couple. I love this whole scene of the when they're in the bar.
Oh, yeah, the tavern, the basement tavern. Yeah.
And I love the, I don't want to give away anything about the ending, but the movie theater at the end.
Hieronymus Bosch.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And I told you I love the scene where the Jews, it's a great movie, and I recommend it to everyone. You walked out of Natural Born Killers. You wrote Natural Born Killers.
Yeah,
but you
didn't like what he did with it?
Oliver Stone directed it. Did you hate what Oliver Stone did with your movie?
Well, I've never seen it from beginning to end.
Why?
Oh, well, because he rewrote the script, and like this, you just can't do that to me. I got really
You got upset.
off. Yeah, I got
and you
really
had no
pissed
idea
off.
till you went to the screening of it.
Well, no. I knew. All right, I didn't go to a screening. The thing about it was, I said, I'm never going to see this damn thing. I'm not going to see it. And then I was hanging out with Juliette Lewis, and we decided, let's go see it.
Right.
You know, and I don't think she had seen it, actually. So we just went to the movie theaters and paid to see it. And the reason you know about it is because we're watching the movie. We're 20 minutes into it. I'm getting pissed off. And she goes, let's just get the fuck out of here.
Really? She got
and people
pissed
heard it. And I got pissed off. And then she all of us, but I was prepared to watch it. And she was like, let's just get the fuck out of here.
Is that the greatest thing about being famous, aside from you get to do your art, that you get to hang out with Brad Pitt and Juliette Lewis, like you go to the movies with Juliette? Like, is that turn you on because you get to meet all these exciting, great people who are artists?
Oh yeah, well, I mean, you know, it not in some sycophant way, but just in the way that, like, one, they're interesting people. They can be interesting people, and they're artists. They're doing the things that you're doing, and it's a very interesting life to get to know different people and hang out with them. And there's people that I really, really admire along the way that I've met because of my situation.
Mm-hmm. Will you walk up to a person who you admire and say, "Listen, I want to hang out with you. We should hang out"?
Well, yeah, I'll go over and I definitely have walked over and said hello to people, and I do have a situation that, like, in a lot of cases, like if I were to call them and say, hey, let's get together and have a drink or talk or whatever, they might very well say yes.
Do you think a lot of these people get together with you because they think, he might be interviewing me for a movie?
No. I mean, oftentimes, it could be a singer, it could be a writer, it could be somebody that there's not necessarily a job on the other end of this.
Right.
It's like, I mean, there actually is.
Are they genuine friendships?
Well, they can be.
Yeah.
They definitely
Sometimes
can be.
they evolve into that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just a drink.
Yeah, sometimes it's just a drink. Sometimes it's just a meeting of the minds.
Do you think you and Brad Pitt will remain friends? Like, you will hang out again? Do you think that will happen?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It was a good experience for all of you?
You didn't have enough of you that day?
Yeah, exactly.
Did Brad's wife drop by the set every once in a while?
She came by once, actually, but she was pretty much taking care of the kids the entire time. She's very pretty.
Going to put her in a movie?
If I had the right role.
If you do, make her naked. I want to see boobs. I want to see beaver. I want to see it all. I want to see it all. Hair, everything. I don't care what it is. You show it. Just be brave about it. Now, the biggest pain in the ass you ever worked with, acting wise, got to be De Niro, right? You did not.
No, he was terrific.
You complained a lot when you worked with.
No,
De Niro.
I didn't complain.
You said he was calling you all the time. Let's be honest.
No.
He was bothering you.
No. That was not.
There was a recorded conversation.
I know, but that was
leaked.
blown completely out of proportion, and that was about. We were literally talking about negotiating his deal. All right, that was all that was about. No, he was even mad about it, actually, when he heard about it.
Is that the part you hate?
What?
Negotiating the deal and
That's
all that.
kind of a drag. We have to. You know what you have to do? You got to divorce yourself from it.
Why did you get upset about negotiating his deal?
No, they were just roping. I'm not the one upset. They were the producers. They were roping me into the conversation.
I see. And sometimes they entice you to get involved with the actor and say, "Come on, Bob, knock off the shit."
And I don't do that at all anymore. Hey, like, if you were to call Brad and ask him, I call him Brad and asking him shit.
Right.
I mean, if I'm going to call Brad and ask him something, it's something I want.
Right.
I'm not going to waste my shit on your concerns.
Right. And once you work with Brad, you don't have to sit there and suck his dick all day, do you? I mean, you get down to business.
He's great.
He's self-sufficient.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that anyway. That's not my style.
Do you ever have trouble getting what you want out of people, and what do you do then?
Well, you
do autoerotic asphyxiation.
You try to, normally it works out, but I mean, every once in a while, a director resorts to a couple little tricks.
Yeah.
To entice a performance out or something, or to trick an actor into a performance.
Where are you hanging out now? L.A.?
Yeah, I live in Los Angeles. But I gotta say, I'm looking forward when this movie is behind me and it's all done. I'm looking forward to getting back to New York. I love my apartment here. I love my life here. I haven't lived it in about 3 or 4 years. So
nobody even sees you anymore. You're not even part of the scene. Brian,
I've been in Germany for a year.
Well, stop with that. Brian, you have a rare opportunity to ask a question of Quentin Tarantino. I'll allow Quentin Tarantino here celebrating the release of Inglourious Basterds. Go ahead, Brian.
Thank you so much, Howard. You're a great director, Quentin. Now you got Howard there. You got to make a movie. Finally make the Vega Brother movie starring Howard Stern.
Well, I got to tell you something. Quentin looks at me and sees nothing. I mean, he's admitted it.
So he's supposed to be the third Vega brother?
Yeah.
Ernie Vega?
There you go.
Believe me, just the negotiation would piss you off. You thought De Niro was difficult. Forget about it. Well, listen, you are a great film director.
Oh, thanks, mate.
You're doing great things because you're writing original ideas. You're coming up with original movies. And I'm proud of you. I'm even proud that you, I'd say about 65% of the movie is in subtitle, but that's what I think makes it work. This movie is based on language.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's almost one of the things it's about.
It would have to be that way. Yeah. And next time you come back, I want you to talk a little bit more about when you defecated at Brad Pitt's house while you were on hash. Did you use wet wipes? Did you use dry toilet paper? What did you wash your hands?
Did I use the bidet? It was France,
Did you use the bidet?
I don't think it was a bidet.
How do you use a bidet? Have you ever used one?
I don't quite get it. I don't quite get that. But what is cool is in Japan. They've got those like almost robot toilets.
Computerized toilets.
Well, they've got like a whole push button system there.
Those are the ones that spray the water and everything? Oh my goodness.
And
when you're in Japan and they spray water up your ass, are you shocked at first? Like water's going on?
Look, there's a little diagram right there next to the toilets are like lazy boys. And you hit the water, boom. If you want it to go around and around, it goes around and around. Really? Then all of a sudden you get this air dryer, dries your butt.
Hey, let me ask you something. There was a woman who once wrote a book about rebellious directors. You were mentioned one of 6 who were the greatest rebellious directors. And she was kind of nasty. She said, you don't like to shower and you don't like to clean yourself. Were you insulted by that?
I never read that book, actually.
I didn't really read it either. Someone said to me,
do I smell bad?
You smell good today. So I just want to say that it might not be true, right?
Yeah, it's not true.
Right. And he wiped himself.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. Why does that start?
No, that's just, actually the joke. She took a joke that back when I was in my 20s with my friends at Video Archives, she took a joke and made a big deal about it. All right, and the joke was, maybe at 25, my hygiene wasn't the best in the world.
Right.
But the joke that the guys used to say at Video Archives, for a guy who doesn't take that many baths, Quentin doesn't smell too bad.
Why wouldn't you read a book about yourself? Wouldn't you be curious to read it?
Oh, I've read books about myself, but I knew that one was nasty. And the same thing with an article that comes out that I hear bad things about, or I have a sense that it's not going to turn out good for me. I don't want to read it because, it's like if you say, hey, there's this GQ article about you, and that was kind of nasty. Then I just, fuck that asshole, because it doesn't mean anything to me. But if you read it, that shit stays with you for the rest of your life.
I happen to agree with you. A couple of years ago, many years ago, some guy wrote a biography. A couple of people wrote these unauthorized biographies, and I tried to read them, and I would get so aggravated because I found they interviewed people who barely, or some of them didn't even know me.
Yeah,
and they were making up stories about me, and I was like, gee, none of this is true, but how am I ever going to... And it stayed with me. I was like angry.
Yeah, like those fucking phrases that you read, like the quotes around them, they just stay with you, and they actually never leave. They're stuck in your head. If you don't read it yourself, then it's just, fucking asshole, forget about it, who cares? But when you read it, you give it this permission to be inside you.
When you're working on a film and you're living in Germany for a year, did the Germans get upset that you're making a Nazi film?
No. As a matter of fact, it's the exact opposite. I mean, I almost feel like I'm an ambassador to Germany now because people say, you having seen the movie, think, wow, I wonder what the Germans think about this.
Yeah.
You got to imagine something. With a possible exception of Jews, if there's anybody that has bringing down the Third Reich fantasies, it's the last few generations of Germans.
Right. They're pissed.
Yeah.
So it's a good life. You're not afraid to fly to all these different places and live there and all that? You're not
No, actually, I think that's one of the great things about my life is that I get to, like, you know, in the case of Kill Bill, I got to live in Beijing for 6 months.
You like that? You like experiencing different cultures?
Yeah,
Doesn't
I love
scare
that.
you?
No, not
Being
at
outside
all.
of America doesn't scare you?
No, not at all. I look at it as one of the fortunate things about my life. I get to know friends, and now whenever I go to Germany, I have a whole bunch of friends there now.
Scares
I know
the hell out
different
of me.
bars and clubs and restaurants.
Really?
Yeah.
Scares
How
me.
you flying? Commercial or you go private?
No, almost always commercial.
Yeah?
Really?
Yeah.
I bet you the Weinsteins would send you on a plane somewhere.
But I don't like to hit them up for something like that unless it really is a big deal. But first class is pretty great.
One last question from Mary Ann from Brooklyn. Then I'll let you out of here.
Howard, thank God you picked up Quentin. My husband is a super fan. I'm going to be calm. I'm going to ask.
Quickly, what is the question, Mary Ann?
You have to be totally out there to be a good actor. When are you going to have Uma Thurman again? And you and King of All Blacks could have a foot fetish showdown.
Do you have to be crazy to be a good actor, in a sense? What is your opinion on that?
No. Actually, you have to be imaginative, all right? And actually, if you're going to work with me, you have to be smart. I can't work with dumb actors.
So have you worked with dumb actors?
From time to time.
Who is the dumbest actor you work with?
None of the famous people.
What does it mean to be a dumb actor? In other words, you go, hey, man, this is what we're trying to do, and then they just...
No, it's just my material's pretty deep, actually, and unless you're smart enough to get it, then you're just not going to get it. I've actually had my stuff is pretty funny, but the jokes don't have quotes around them.
Mm-hmm.
And I've actually had a situation where, like, actors will come in and do the auditions, and when the scene is over, I go, he didn't sell any of my jokes. And they go, what jokes?
Right. I thought this was a serious piece. You know what? Quentin has said to me, I can't put you in one of my movies. You're not smart enough to get it. And I understand that.
You're pretty fucking quick, man.
I don't get
You don't need any fucking stroking as far as that's concerned.
Come on. All right, listen. Quentin Tarantino. Are you dating anyone now, or are you single?
Well, hopefully I'll be dating somebody now I got my life back again. We'll see.
So you don't have a girlfriend?
No, not right now.
Nobody in Germany tickled your feathers.
I hung out with a couple of people, but as far as, like, really having a relationship...
you ever go to a hooker?
It was too... Like when I was a little...
when you were a kid?
Yeah.
But not now?
No.
Like you went in Germany, you say, hey, listen, I just need a hand job.
Pussy?
And you don't pay for it?
I don't pay for it.
Why did you say, I don't pay for pussy?
Yeah, what was that voice?
What is that voice you're putting on? Who is that?
That's the incredulous I don't pay for pussy voice.
Wait a second. Let's say you're in Germany, you haven't had a woman in 2 months, you go to one of these places quick.
I don't pay for pussy.
You just won't do it. I don't blame you. You don't need to. Look, you've covered a lot of ground. I'll give you a break and let you out of here. What are you doing the rest of the day? You got a whole agenda?
Oh, man, today is the day.
Today's the promotion day.
Yeah, I mean, I've got... This is not optimal, all right? And it just worked out this way, even though we tried to not have it be that way. I'm actually doing Letterman in the afternoon, and then I do Charlie Rose after that. You try not to do these two opposite shows going on. I'm sure I'm going to tell some bullshit Hollywood anecdote on Charlie Rose and talk about health care and fucking David Letterman.
Get them all wrong. Yeah. Did Letterman, do you do a pre-interview and all that kind of stuff?
I haven't done that. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to end up doing one.
Do you feel pressure when you do these interviews? Like you have to be special and full of, I don't know.
What are you going to wear?
Letterman is, Letterman's sort of like the elder statesman.
Right.
So it's like, it's a different situation with him. Like in the case of like Conan or Jimmy Kimmel, it's like, when I go on those shows, in particular Conan and Jimmy Kimmel, it's like I don't go on as a boring director. It's like I'm a comedian, you know, and we know each other, we like each other, we'll set each other up for jokes and stuff. But on Letterman, it's like, he's the guy.
Right.
You know,
a little more pressure.
You're kind of the straight man.
Yeah, right. It's a different kind of role.
Yeah.
You do Leno? Would you ever go on his...
Leno was the first guy to ever bring me on television.
You think he will succeed at 10 o'clock? I say no. Be honest. Do you think it's going to work?
Oh, I do think it's going to work.
You do?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know exactly what it's going to be. That's actually the interesting part about it.
It's going to be the Tonight Show at 10 o'clock.
I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be.
It will not work. All right, listen.
Well, is Brad Pitt doing anything today?
Yeah, now where is this Brad Pitt? Let me get a hold of him.
Okay. When I heard you were talking to you, were like, I wonder why he's not on the show. Oh, I wonder why he's not on the show. I loved going to your show, except for the couple of times I'm actually in a celebrity couple. Then I don't want to go near your show.
You just come here and you answer the questions. All right, listen. See Quentin Tarantino's Inglourious Bastards. I've seen it. It's great. And you will have fun. You will see Jews beating up Germans, scalping Germans, hitting Germans in the head with baseball bats, shooting Germans, blowing Germans up.
Scalps? Maybe I have to wait.
Oh, they collect them. They collect them. him. Yeah, every man in Brad Pitt's unit owes him 100 scalps.
Yeah, it's good. It's really a lot of fun, and you're a lot of fun.
Oh, thanks, mate.
And we'll get together. We'll drink some rosé. And you're going to tell me all
There
the
you go.
chicks you're banging, and then I'll come here and report to Robin.
Okay.
All right, listen. You've said it all. You've said a lot. In fact, who knows what you've said? And
we'll read about it tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll see whatever you said wrong.
There could be some lawsuits.
That's right. Listen, see Quentin Tarantino, Glorious Bastards. Go see it. Check it out. I think you'll really love it. And we'll be back right after these words. Thanks, Quentin.
Thanks, mate.
Bye.
Quentin, how'd it go, dude?
It went great.
So how does it feel knowing that Howard really likes this movie?
Oh man, that's really cool. It's really cool, and I didn't know that until I got in there. So that was really groovy.
Nice, man. And then he said at the end, like, you might have said too much, or you said a lot. Do you think you said too much today?
I don't think I did.
So how was it seeing everyone after all these years again?
Well, actually, it's not been that long. It's only been like
about
2 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's only been 2 years. I was here for Grindhouse, so I've been at Cirrus before.
All right, man. So you had a good time today?
I had a blast.
All right. Thanks for stopping.
Show yesterday, there was a couple interesting things. Oh, this guy says he has interesting information on True Blood, but I don't want to know any plot
Is
points.
he going to give us
Rich?
spoilers?
Howard, it's not about the plot. I wish I knew what the hell was going on
Right.
in the show. The lead guy, Bill Compton, right, the lead vampire,
Yeah.
he was in a movie that I happened to watch recently, and I said, that's Compton. It's a movie that you talked about when it came out, Quills.
Rich?
Jeffrey Rush.
Rich, I got to get out of this.
That's interesting information.
It's Jeffrey Rush, Bill Compton. His real name is Stephen Moyers.
Oh.
He was in the movie Quills.
That was a good movie, Quill.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, I don't even remember it, but I remember liking it.
Jeffrey Rush.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
All right, Rich, thank you. Please.
Who gives a shit? Who gives a fuck?
That's the information that the guy.
He had to break in with that.
The guy had another acting job.
Can you believe that guy worked before True
Yeah.
Blood and played another character?
He's an actor, and he acted in something else.
All right. Now,
That was the worst phone call of all time.
that might have been the worst call ever.
I think get that guy back. He's the worst call of all time.
Thank you for your call.
He gets a prize.
The guy from True Blood was in another.
Douche.
Tommy, you're on the air. Hi, Tommy, in Malden, Mass.
Hey, Howard, you know something? You know how much you mean to people? I want to thank you for yesterday's show. That was that should go in that broken down building in Chicago there, the Radio Hall of Fame.
Hey.
The Ted Kennedy show was unbelievable.
Tommy, thank you. But speaking of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, this is the greatest listener out there. Sent me, I got in the mail, Robin, a letter and a big box, and this box weighs a ton. It's from a guy named Craig. And, you know, there's a Radio Hall of Fame, and we basically pointed out that it's a ridiculous organization because it's one guy who decided to call it the Radio Hall of Fame, and he's in charge of it. And the guy's not even known in radio, and nobody even knows what his credentials are. So anyway, I got a letter from Craig, and it's addressed Craig's Radio Hall of Fame. Dear Mr. Stern, congratulations on your induction to Craig's Radio Hall of Fame. Each year, our panel, me, some friends, and my neighbor with the oval-shaped pool, select a radio personality that we think is really, really good. This year, it's you that we like. Isn't that cool? Though we do not have an actual building, your framed photo and brass nameplate will be mounted on my half-furnished basement with a full bathroom, by the way. You can visit anytime you like as long as you call a day or two in advance so we can clean up the toys and other shit down there. So again, congratulations on this ultimate honor. You are really, really good. Sincerely, Craig, founder and running things guy for CRHOF. And
that's great.
Look at this. This is a Craig's Radio Hall of Fame trophy.
Oh, wow. He went out and really
He
did something.
And on it says Craig's Radio Hall of Fame recognizes Howard Stern for being really, really good at radio stuff and all things like that. 2009.
That's great.
And it's a big glass block. It's gorgeous with a big star.
Beautiful.
So I'm going to put that here in the studio up on our ledge, on our mantle.
You should visit that.
You guys should go visit the Radio Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's so funny. And it's perfect.
So I'm the winner of the Craig's Radio Hall of Fame for outstanding radio.
Because
Thank
that's
you.
the same as that Dumont guy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There's
Wendy?
absolutely no difference.
Wendy, it's Bruce Dumont.
What? I won? Oh.
Where are your tears for Craig's Radio Hall of Fame?
I might have Craig call in so I can have my tears.
There you go.
Yeah. Hey, so yesterday on the wrap-up show, I was listening to some of it. I didn't get to hear all of it. But they dragged Scott the engineer in there, who's always good radio. And the discussion was mostly about Scott's DJ business. We haven't mentioned that DJ AM was preceded by Scott the engineer. And, as I was listening to this on the radio, I was thinking about Scott the engineer. The one profession, who's the one guy you wouldn't want at a party? It would be Scott the engineer. And the profession he chose
was party.
Was a part, like he runs the party.
Yeah.
You couldn't pick a more bizarre sort of side job.
When
for
have you
Scott.
ever looked at Scott and say, now that's a party?
Right.
You're coming to my wedding.
DJ Downer.
And I'd like to call up Michael's best friend, Michael, who has a toast for the graduation boy.
Where's my shit?
So-
I wonder how those weddings he presided over worked out.
They all ended in divorce. There wasn't one that succeeded. So anyway, here's Scott talking about his DJ business and what's happened to it.
5 years ago, I did a wedding. I came home. I put my shit in the closet, and I said to my wife, I am done. My equipment is still sitting in that closet. 5 years later, I have never touched it since.
Maybe I'll buy it off you.
It's worth a lot of money.
You're telling me if the price wasn't right, you wouldn't come out of retirement?
If the price was right, I would come out of retirement.
It was so great, like when you're in Vegas, everything's about the DJ.
So if anybody wants me to DJ their weddings,
Forget wedding, it should be ladies and gentlemen at Club Pure,
Yeah,
Saturday night, Scott the engineer.
I would love to do clubs right now. That would be the...
You don't know half the music.
It's not hard to figure out what it is.
Ay vey.
If it's not hard to figure out, why isn't he doing it? The guys are making tons of money.
Then they talked to Scott about the fact that, when he was a DJ, the DJ has to learn all the dances and has to...
He has to be up on things.
Yeah, it's sort of like a
in
show.
the club.
Yeah, it's sort of like he's the fun guy at the party. Like you
Right.
want to hang with him. And Scott refused to adapt as a DJ. Like he would not alter that personality of his one bit. He was not going to bend for anyone.
It used to crack me up when he'd get into that tuxedo.
Yeah, his outfit.
Spin records.
Did you ever sing along?
No, I would.
You would yell hands up, though, right? You would do the hands up.
I wouldn't really sing. I would just go hands up, but I wouldn't sing.
Was that how you did it? Would you just state hands up, everyone?
I resisted every time a new thing came out, like the Macarena or Electric Slide. The DJ had to learn those dances, so most times he would be able to teach the people.
Can you learn those dances?
No, I never learned those dances.
Scott, can you do the Electric Slide?
No, I faked it. What I would do is all right, we got a request for Electric Slide from her. Now you come up and you have to lead everybody on the Electric Slide. I would make the people that requested that song.
I don't believe him. I think he could definitely do that.
I'll tell you the one song I knew he did learn. Hands up. I saw him on fucking conga line doing it.
Yes, Scott?
No, I just, Doug just offered me a gig that they're having for Beetlejuice, a party at the end of October, and I turned him down.
Why?
Well, first of all, I'm so out of the music scene for parties. I have no idea what I'm just, I was done with it. I just didn't give a shit anymore.
Scott's so funny. He's got that antiquated equipment in his closet, and he goes, well, if anybody, and then Gary goes, well, I should buy it off you. He goes, it's worth a lot of money.
It's not antiquated.
Yeah, but come on.
CD players, but it's an amp and speakers and a mixer, which
it's worth a lot of money. Did you think a brand?
It costs a lot of money,
but it's not even state of the art anymore.
Well, the speakers are. They're both speakers. You can't get any better than that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Somehow Scott smelled some dough there,
right?
But that's. I'm just surprised you turned down the gig.
I just wouldn't do a good job. Number one,
right? Did you ever do a good job?
Yeah, I did.
That never stopped you before.
It's a legitimate gig. It's a party potentially for 300 people. We're very early in the stage of planning it for Beetlejuice's launch for his show that's coming up in October.
Why don't you get a real DJ?
And he has 2 months to practice. No. It's not like a goof. We need a DJ. Came up yesterday.
You know what? Forget him.
And
he's out of the business.
You play that Boom Boom song or something.
It's Boom Boom, right?
Boom Boom Pow.
I play that all night. There you go.
Everybody get on the dance floor now. Here's a very popular song. Kick, kick, boom, boom, pow.
gotta get hit.
I could just play this over and over again.
Yeah, go have a cigarette.
I like that Scott doesn't want to do the DJ work because he's afraid he wouldn't do a good job. But of course, that doesn't stop him from coming into here.
I was like, yeah, it never stopped him before.
Aren't you afraid you're not going to do a good job here?
I am, but
yeah.
I keep coming back
every day.
The line he just said to us is like, I'm irrelevant.
That's right.
When were you relevant?
Well, years ago, I was very relevant.
He said his
when was
newest music,
Eisenhower president?
His newest music is 6 years old at this point.
I got to tell you, when I wore my toupee, I looked a lot different back then. Now that I don't have my hair, I don't think I'm as relevant. I look like Colin Farrell.
I'm done. Done with that. The pile-on begins.
Back then, I looked like Colin Farrell. Now I look like Colin's ferret.
Yes, Gary.
I think I've just uncovered another piece of Stern history. So Ronnie told me that Scott had a video, and when you wanted to hire him, he would come to the house and show you the video of him DJing.
Oh.
And I would
A
love to
demo.
see it, but he said that Ronnie's son said, when he was getting married, that he came and showed the video, and that, for Ronnie's kid, that was it. He wasn't hiring Scott based on what he saw in the video.
Oh, really? The video was a turnoff.
It was a non-sales tool.
Scott's staring like he knows this is 100% true. And you don't even have a comeback to defend yourself.
Scott, what was the video?
It was just me doing a wedding.
Do you still have it?
Probably somewhere. I don't
Could you
know.
please
I'll look
bring
around.
it to me?
You got to find that.
Yeah, that's a TV special.
Look around.
Excuse me.
That's worth money.
Would you like to see my highlight reel?
Sure.
I'm sure it'll excite you.
I can't believe it. Ronnie's son looked at the video and said, next.
It's like the DJ version of Schindler's List. So depressing.
The son of a friend.
I know I look like a sad sack sitting here, but when you see me in my tuxedo,
I'm a different guy.
I thought I did a pretty good job. I mean, for what it was.
I mean, I did a great job.
I'm a different guy when I get behind that turntable.
That's right.
Isn't it weird that your highlight reel like turned them off?
I guess.
Here I am taking my 5th smoking break. I often need to go out and have a cigarette to relax. But don't worry, the music will flow. I have an assistant who spins.
Yeah.
Here's me saying hands up.
Sir, can you wake up?
Here's people refusing to pay me. Here's me driving off.
That's why they call the song Hands Up. I used to use a gun to get my money.
Wasn't Joey Boots your
That's how the
assistant?
dance started.
For a little while, yeah. He helped me out.
Great.
Yeah, I know.
Sounds like a good team.
That was great.
Those parties must have ended early.
Can you imagine? Mr. Fun is here.
Yeah.
The life of the party.
Mr. Fun and his fun assistant.
A gay drug addict and a downer of a DJ.
And Mr. Zippity Doodah.
A gay drug addict and Joey Boots.
I used to get. I didn't know he was gay. I used to get undressed in front of him too.
I wondered why he'd try to suck my cock.
And he's still gay.
Wait, you used to do a costume change? You used to go.
No, I would come in dungarees when we set up. I would just come in
Then he get in
jeans
his
and stuff.
tuxedo.
Then I
My
change.
alter ego.
Then I change into my,
Like Superman.
That's right.
I was
My
Peter
super
Parker.
outfit. My super tux.
Are there two people you'd want at your party the least? I mean, like, can you name them? Joey Boots. Scott the engineer show up with them.
I'm schlepping in my equipment now, but don't worry, I'm in my jeans. That's when I'm moving stuff. Then I'll slip into my outfit.
I mean, I wouldn't accuse anybody of anything, but if anybody remembers anything missing from one of those weddings.
Well, thank you, Scott.
Okay.
It's a great. Why? Did you want to add something?
No, nothing.
See, when you get into his DJ days, I just think of the time that the kids attacked.
We've been through this.
Yeah, well, the kids beat him up.
He got beaten up by 6-year-olds.
All right. Thanks, Scott.
Okay.
I won't embarrass you with that story. What else?
Oh, one of his better DJ days.
Scott.
Oh, it's you.
What? You're not confident enough?
No, not now. Not anymore. I used to be.
You're too far out of the
I was
game?
the life of the party.
When?
1927. That would be it.
No, so seriously, how long would it take for you to get back in the game?
Oh, it would take a while. I mean, it would take. I would have to get all the music that's current, not only current, for the past probably 10 years of music to get up to date. I'd have to get new equipment. I mean, it's a big investment to get back into the thing.
So a lot of time and money would have to put into this?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they don't even use CDs anymore, which is really, I stopped 5 years ago, and now nobody uses CDs anymore. Technology is so far advanced from 5 years ago that they use a laptop with a hard drive. That's it. So everything would have to be set up again, Can I tell you?
So not even for Beetlejuice?
Nobody gets me.
I have an offer.
A
legitimate offer.
Doug
Again,
Goodstein with an offer.
I'm not doing this as a goof. Like, it came up yesterday, this on the air with you and DJing, and then in a meeting, like 4 hours later, we needed a DJ. How about we'll get a DJ and you could be the celebrity host? Like DJs have.
Okay. I would consider.
So it's sort of like a DJ, but you'll just like introduce some songs. You'll talk to the crowd.
Right. Okay. I'll think about that.
And I'll pay you.
Oh, look at that! Even money involved with this. Look at that.
What do you think?
It sounds reasonable. I'll think about it. I'll let you know.
Who the fuck does this guy think he is? No goof.
It is a goof because everything Doug does, there's always a motive behind it. So, of course, it's a goof.
There's no goof.
There's going to be cameras there.
What's the goof? We're going to have cameras.
It's a Beetlejuice show. There's going to be cameras there. And here comes Scott the engineer to make a fucking fool out of himself.
What's the goof? It's a party with 300 Stern fans.
Oh, yeah. Just what I need. Just what I need.
Beetlejuice show. And what's the goof? What could go wrong?
No, I wouldn't get heckled at all, right? From 300 Stern fans at a party that I'm fucking hosting.
You got to do it.
You're Scott Super DJ.
Super DJ, right.
You're too good to DJ, so you could just
maybe
be on the mic.
Maybe if you can control the amount of tomatoes that get thrown at me, I might consider.
We'll talk.
We'll have the business discussion. We have this is called negotiation tactics. See, you gotta wait. You gotta wait and see. Play out the scenario.
As you know, sitting here this evening, we have a few members of the staff of the Howard Stern Show. Hey, look who's here! Oh my God. Why don't we introduce Gary Baba Booey?
I'll tell you what, freaking bastard smokes like a... This guy smokes, he's dying of cancer. Like a walk. I know, right?
Give me that. Just give it for a second. Look at Scott's hair and look at John's hair, and you tell me what it's like. Jackie almost beat his own page, showing Marley. Jackie, what's someone to do a few minutes ago? For a regular party. Just kidding, Mr. Ganji. I'm very excited that I brought my father, who's like within 14 minutes of my age, and I'm twice Mike's age, so I'm here visiting my friend Mike. His father and I should be out fishing together. Last time I was at a wedding, and somebody asked me to do time to come up and said, listen, do some jokes. The whole family wants to hear the jokes. The whole family wants to hear the jokes. I swear to God, the bride's mother was dry heaving in the bathroom. So, Kersely. How do you say it? Huh? I'm bowing out. Okay.
Let me just say one thing.
No, John.
You blew my moment.
Of course I did.
You blew my moment.
Of course I did.
I was gonna say it's got a bit the military character.
Of what?
That freaking.
What do you say?
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
On Monday's wrap-up show. What happened on Monday's wrap-up show?
I don't know. I wasn't
we're
there.
Talking about,
you were there.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
being serious.
Well, we were talking about Sternak. Did you have anything to do with Sternak?
Yeah.
Great segment.
Thank you.
And then we did, let's see, Gary and I, we talked about our relationship. He's always fucking fighting with me. You have anything to say about that?
Do you want to get along better? Or?
Yeah, I like Gary. I don't know what his problem is.
What do you like
And
about
then the
him?
last thing was, we talked about Ronnie
No, what do you like
Sexton.
most about him? I'm being
Gary?
serious. Would you guys enjoy hanging out together?
I think we're a lot alike. We have a lot of the same interests, sports, and
well, you guys should hang out then if you want to work on a relationship.
Yeah. And then the last thing we talked about was Ronnie.
What's going on?
Ronnie's sex tips.
Okay.
What'd you think of those? Do you think they're useful?
I mean, I guess anything, is good with. I mean, it's individual, so it's not like, I don't know.
Well
if
said.
I just do
All right, so anyway, so watch it coming up.
If I just doing your nipple what Ronnie suggests, you might not be into it, but someone else might.
Since Gary's not here, I've got Scott DePace in the chair.
Wow. How'd you get me?
You like co-hosting?
Yeah, pay me some money.
Well, that's what it's all about. Can't help out a friend here?
Yeah.
How are you and Gary getting along these days, by the way? I meant to ask you that.
Pretty good. He always likes to get his jabs in, though. But I think...
And you don't?
No, I don't. No.
Really?
It's all him.
You don't ever take shots at Gary. He only takes them at you.
It's weird, because I'll say something just like light and fluffy, sort of.
Like
and,
what?
And he'll hit
a,
back like was a punch.
Give me an example, a light and fluffy example.
No, I'll just say something on the Squawk Box, like, the Mets suck or something stupid like that. And he'll just come back with something hard that you're like, whoa, easy. I was just joking.
So he's always going for your throat?
It just seems it seems like when I'm walking by him, he's got boxing gloves on and he's ready to go. He's expecting me to, that's just my vibe. I don't know.
But you're getting along better than...
Yeah, I think so.
Until the next thing rolls around, right?
Exactly.
It's just a matter of time. Well, Scott's sitting in until Gary gets here, so I'm sure you're all thrilled to hear that. But
that's it. I'll leave.
Please, don't threaten me. How bizarre was it to hear Sternak on the Howard Stern show?
I love Sternak. It's one of my favorite things. I just love the lightness of it and everyone, yucking it up. I think it's awesome.
It's funny because, Sternak is an older bit, which is based on a very old bit, a Carson bit. And I was wondering, did it matter if you knew where that was coming from? And the answer is no, as long as the jokes are good.
Exactly. The one today, what was the one about the Pope? The what is the black guy? What was it? Come on.
What, the Black Keys?
No. What does the black guy say when the Pope was elected?
Oh, Betty White?
Betty White.
Yeah.
That was good.
No, there were a lot of good lines in there, and I loved Howard trying to keep the hat on and, struggle a little bit, but I was glad to hear it, and I hope that we'll be hearing that bit again sometime soon. Like we always say, if the jokes are there, it's going to work, and you don't necessarily need to know the context.
Right. No, it was good stuff.
I still can't believe you cried to Seasons in the Sun by Terry Jacks.
I never said I cried to it. I just said it was a very sad song.
Well, did you have?
Speaking of criers, here comes one.
Did you have the? Did you have the?
Does that make me less of a man?
Did you have the? Oh, I am apparently.
Do you cry to anything?
When Duke died about
I can't wait to see you weep when your son goes off to college.
Did you?
I didn't. I was psyched for him, but I could see you be one of those guys.
I might. I don't know.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Right.
You didn't get choked up at all, Gary, when Jackson finally left?
I thought I was going to, and Mary did in the car, but I didn't. It was just such an exciting time for him, and it was something that he worked so hard for. And I didn't get to do it. That was probably the key. I didn't get to go away to school, so I was so happy for him, and I thought I was going to. I was a little bit sad, but I was so happy for him to achieve what he wanted to do that I didn't cry.
Scott was saying before that I asked how you guys are getting along, and he said pretty well, but a lot of times he'll say something light and fluffy, and you'll immediately go for the jugular. Is that a fair characterization?
I think he's just as bad about that too, but he probably doesn't. I would say both of us don't see it that way. We've been getting along fine, but yeah, if you take a crack at me, I'm going to go for you, and the same thing too. What'd you just say to me in there?
Well, yeah, exactly. I said we were talking about the song. Howard said, "Boy, that's a wimpy song." You thought was...
Yeah, I said something stupid. I said something.
And then
really...
I just said, I never said I cried. And then Gary said,
I can't remember exactly what it was, but what was it? Something about being goofy to cry over that song.
Yeah, and I'm you're too weak or something like that. I don't
talk like that.
I
did take a shot at you.
Another thing we heard a lot of during the show today was a new feature of Ronnie's sex tips. Now, Ronnie's talked about this stuff on Wrap Up before, but on this one, Ronnie, was that stuff that was written for you? Were you improv in there, going off the cuff? How did that all come together?
What do you mean written for me?
He lived it. He didn't have to write it.
What are you talking about?
Because you've talked about anal and other stuff on the show, and somebody could have written it down and said, hey.
Yeah, well, did I write about it when I talked about it on the show?
No, but somebody could have...
Did I write it? Did I write a script?
Somebody could have heard it and written it down for you and had it said...
Nobody wrote anything down. It was off the cuff, man.
Yeah? I thought they were great.
I cut a whole shitload of them today.
The one where you put a vibrator under your balls while she's blowing you?
Yeah.
So is that the same vibrator that she is using?
What's the difference?
I don't know.
Was it dirty?
Yeah,
is it dirty?
Dude, you know you're not supposed to. I'm not even gonna get into it.
It might be
And
dirty
then you
from
stick it in your ass?
Yeah, it might be dirty from that.
I didn't say you don't have to stick it all the way in your ass, okay? Just
because there's nothing dirty on the rim.
keep it on the outside.
Are you
Gary, what are you talking about? You eat ass. What are you talking about?
I did it once 100 years ago.
Bullshit, you did it more than once.
Yeah, I know, I did it once.
Yeah,
Are you the one sticking it in your ass, or does she do it?
Whatever. Either way.
Has it happened where she does it?
Maybe. You never know.
How do you know? I always want to answer this question. If you're going to let somebody stick something in your ass, how do you know they know when to stop?
Well, you got to tense up.
What if that doesn't slow them down?
Well,
God, does she lube it up?
Then you'll scream a lot. What can I say?
Is it lubed, or is it just
no lube, dude.
How many of these tips do you have?
Oh, I got a bookload of them.
And when did you? I mean, have you just done this over the years? Is it recent? Did you do this when you were young? Like
what? The tips?
Yeah, no, not. I know you just recorded the tips. I mean, like the actual acts themselves. Have you been doing these for a very long time, or is this relatively?
Did
recent?
I say I did them?
Yes, you did say on the wrap-up show that you put your pee hole on a girl's nipple.
You were
That one I did. You did
very clear
All
about
right,
that.
Gary. For
No,
God's sakes.
No, that was one of your tips.
Yeah, and I want to know how many of you guys went home and really you guys tried it and you're full of shit and you won't admit it.
I'm not one of those.
I didn't hear it. You stick your pee hole on a girl's nipple?
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
that supposed to do?
Try it and find
For
out.
you or for her?
Both.
Ronnie,
Get the fuck out of here.
Ronnie was explaining. He was
You're
explaining.
an asshole. You're an asshole. You don't know, man. I'm telling you.
He was explaining that's the
You don't-
time that he
you don't
tasted
know.
his own cum because
A little pre-semen came out, and then he licked her
Yeah,
nipple.
exactly.
Ah.
That's the best part of it. When the pre-semen comes out and you know.
But wait, that one
like
you
the head
knew?
Of your head,
So you
your
knew
head
it
of
was
your
her-
dick is all like lubricated, and you rub it around on the nipple. She goes ballistic, dude.
What? And you knew that your pre-cum was there and you went for it?
Dude, you're in the heat of the moment. What are you kidding me?
it's the best part.
If you're gonna play in the mud, you're gonna get dirty.
John, and your 80
It's not like
blowjobs?
it's not like you're licking shit, dude.
It's practically.
Oh, stop it! You never ate a girl's pussy out?
Sure, but not after I came in her.
Yeah, but dude, you ate a girl's pussy. You got huck cum in your mouth. What the hell's the big
Hers
deal?
is fine. It's not mine.
Oh God, what a
not
baby! What a baby! You're not a man.
Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate. On Tuesday's wrap-up show, Zach Braff came in and he talked about everything that's going on with Kickstarter and also what it was like to meet JD and how that could be a little bit awkward. Here's what happened.
Let's talk about Zach Braff, Gary. I didn't really know what to expect from him when he came in. I've read that like he could be a jerk sometimes. I loved him when he was on Scrubs. I thought Garden State was a good movie, and I knew he was a fan of the show. And I thought he really did a good job as a guest today.
Great job. I mean, you got a great sense of him. You know, I didn't know him much. I met him at Howard's house. I sat next to him at a dinner, and the thing that I thought was funny was, what's Beetlejuice like? What's JD like? Like really like a super, super fan, lover of the show forever, which he said. I thought his story about pulling up to Howard's house and, you know, being more nervous than meeting Obama and also hearing Howard and Robin talk and feeling like he's hearing the radio show, that I get that.
Yeah, he walked around the office and he seemed genuinely interested in meeting everybody, which all guests really don't do. Even guests who say they're fans of the show really don't do. But when he was in there with Howard, it was a very comfortable conversation. But I thought he was very forthright with a lot of things, whether it was the women in his life, this Kickstarter campaign, all that stuff. And that's what makes a good guest. Just be honest. Even if you don't want to answer something, say, I don't want to answer that, and then Howard will respect that.
Yeah, he sort of got that. And this is what a super fan he is. I said, you know, he's dating this beautiful model named Taylor, who I've met also. And I said, where's Taylor? And he looked at me and he goes, yeah, I'm not bringing her here today. You're like, he knows.
So he knows the show.
But I respect that.
Yeah, you have to. I didn't know, though, I guess reflecting on it, it makes sense, but how quickly he got really successful. I mean, he had Scrubs and Garden State really back-to-back, and all of a sudden, he's the guy for a while there. And he even said he got a little depressed, even though he had everything. But managing that success in your 20s is tough. I mean, of course you're going to be an asshole some of the times. It kind of comes with the territory, don't you think?
Listen, it's really hard to, if women are loving you and it wasn't like a big thing for you in high school, and all of a sudden women love you, I think every guy would fall into that trap. It just depends, how long you got to get out of it at some point, or then it just becomes sad, right, Steve?
Taylor in Brooklyn.
I say because Steve and I were talking about somebody today. Not that Steve is there. We were discussing another person.
Well, speaking of Brooklyn, Taylor, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys. I was curious what you guys think about some of the criticism people have spoken out about Zach Braff using Kickstarter when really Kickstarter is meant to be, for true startups. And, potentially, he could get in a room with people with money to get some funding and, just wondering what you guys think about it.
I'll tell you my opinion. I think that I don't know where that rule is written. It's something gets created. I think something like that is self-regulated, meaning if he had an idea and nobody gave a shit, then it would die. They talked about Melissa Joan Hart. She seems like a very nice person, but it's almost like a popularity contest. And so, the audience spoke and they said, I don't want to see a Melissa Joan Hart project. The audience spoke and said, I want to see a Zach Braff project and a Veronica Mars project. And we've talked, like I said to John, if you told me for $50 I could put $50 up and that would go towards a Sopranos movie, I'd do that in a minute. So I think it's, I understand people like, hey, he can get in front of people, but he got in front of people and it didn't work.
Yeah, that's the backlash. I think, Kickstarter is sort of a grassroots kind of thing, and you want to help out the little guy. And in this case, you're not helping out a little guy. You're helping out an established star or like a pet project like a Veronica Mars. I'm okay with it. Like you said, if you go on there and you raise the money or you don't, that's one thing. But I don't think it's going to discourage people from doing it. And I also don't think you're going to see folks going on there with $50 million budgets saying, we need your money, we want your help. I think, if anything, like Zach said, it did bring attention to Kickstarter if you didn't know what it was before. And some of those inventions on there and the other things, they're really cool. And the thing I like about the site is if you've got the product and a good pitch, you'll get the money. And if you don't, you won't. And that's sort of a great testing ground if you're trying to start something up.
Yeah, you have to work off the idea, which I don't buy into, that every single person that donated money to Zach Braff's project was going to donate to somebody else on there. That's not the case.
I don't think it is.
I think if you have something good, whether you're a Hollywood star or an inventor, the good stuff is going to float to the top.
Kenny, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey now, great show, guys. Gary, you're a working class hero and best part of the show. No, I think that Zach is just way off, because if he's a filmmaker who believes in his piece of art like he claims to, he has the money to finance it himself. He doesn't have to whore out his project to Kickstarter. Kickstarter is supposed to be for people who are outside of the Hollywood system, people who can't get money otherwise.
Yeah, hey, Zach, come sit down. Zach,
I can't stay, but I just wanted to say hi.
Zach, just in 2 seconds. We're actually talking about you right now. We're talking about Kickstarter. This guy's rap is, he's saying, and I was disagreeing with it, that you're whoring it out. You're taking it away. That Kickstarter's for people who are independent people that don't have the access that you have.
Yeah,
but
you're a Hollywood guy,
or,
so you're not
or the money that he has, because he can afford to pay for it himself. Coppola financed Apocalypse Now. Mel Gibson financed Passion of the Christ. And if Zach really believes in his
but I do know that
project,
Coppola
he put his money
didn't fully
behind it.
finance
Coppola financed that movie, and guess what? It almost ruined him.
Well, hold on, Kenny. You'll get your answer.
Well, I can't hear in here. But anyway, here we go. What I would say is that I am contributing my own money to the film, in your analogy that Coppola contributed his own money to Apocalypse Now, but he certainly didn't finance Apocalypse Now 100% himself.
No, it was a movie after that he did. There's a movie that he did after with Zoetrope Studios that he put a lot of his money in that almost bankrupted him.
What, Places in the Heart?
Yeah, I think it was one of those movies. It just, not Places in the Heart, but Heartbeat or something. But he did put up all his money. It's funny because I don't think you're taking any money away from anybody on the site. If anything, you probably brought people to the site.
I brought over 20,000 people so far registered to the site. The day I launched, they had their biggest traffic day they've ever had. The CEO released a statement saying at minimum, at least $400,000 has gone from our projects to other projects on the site. And not to mention, all I'm doing, in addition to promoting my own project around the world, is promoting this concept of crowdsourcing art. I become their spokesperson, willingly or unwillingly, around the earth. This thing, whether you love it or not, is on the cover of newspapers across the globe, and it's introduced Kickstarter and crowdfunding to people that knew nothing about it.
But okay, so what about the next guy? So you've done that for them, but what about, somebody comes down the road in a year and wants to finance a movie, but they're a Hollywood person? Why is that an issue?
I don't know, Gary. I continue having this debate, and every time I have it with people like you and Howard and all the other interviews I'm doing, they're like, people keep saying, "Will you please explain the controversy to me?" And I'm the one that has to tell people why people are mad. I don't really understand it.
My feeling is like I'm not a fan of Rush Limbaugh. Okay, I'm going to put it right out there. If Rush Limbaugh went on there and had a project and people wanted to pay for it, I'll be like, well, that's great for them. That's not my thing. It doesn't bother me one way or another. If enough people are interested in him to help him do a project, then go do it.
Well, that's what keeps happening is people keep saying, people are like, I don't understand. It's opt-in. I didn't levy a tax on the country. What I said to my fan base, and by the way, first and foremost, if you're not a fan of mine, why are you even in this conversation? You're not going to be into this. There might be someone you do like who you'd be into it for. Like, insert your favorite artist. If they said, I'm going to give you, a year and a half's worth of behind-the-scenes content for $10, you might go, oh, that'd be cool. But so if you're my fan, what I said was, hey, here's a wacky, out-of-the-box way to make a movie. Are you into it or not? And 40,000 people so far said yes. Other people haven't. They moved on. Why are you in the conversation if you don't like me? This is opt-in. It's a fun project. It's an adventure. Come on the adventure or not. But why are you wasting this time writing a 40-page blog about why you hate me? It just seems like such a waste of your energy.
Zach, as a super fan of the show, how was it being on that couch today?
It was incredible. I went by. Everyone had told me. All of my friends have done the show. Said, watch how fast it goes. Even Gary had told me it's going to zip by, and it felt genuinely like 20 minutes. And he said it was an hour and a half or something.
Right. We went on for a long time, but I thought you guys did really well together.
Well, we genuinely like each other. I mean, obviously I'm a fan of his, but we genuinely like the times we've hung out socially. We really we have a lot of the same interests, including photography and everything.
Who was the person that you were most interested to meet today? On the staff.
JD. I really was just curious to know if he was as odd as he seems to.
And
he was a little even odder. I mean, he was in his little cubicle fishbowl thing, and
I would have done more. So what happened was, who wanted to meet him last week that I brought around? It was a woman that. Molly, Jimmy's wife.
Oh, I love Molly. Yeah.
So she really wanted to meet JD. So I go there and I start helping the conversation along.
Yeah.
And JD seemed just very irritated. So today I didn't even go. Like I would have said,
yeah, he didn't look psyched to meet me at all. The other guys, like Sal and Richard, were genuinely psyched, and they welcomed me in their room, and we shot the shit for a little bit. Like JD looked like I was like in his way and bothering him.
He does. I give tours all the time, and the running joke is I love to get people up in his face because it makes him so fucking uncomfortable.
He looked at me like, dude, I have work to do. What the hell do you want? And I'm like, dude, I'm a fan of the show. I just kind of meeting everyone, right, Gary? He looked at me like, how much longer is this hello gonna take?
But you're see, the funny thing is, I know JD, you're taking it the wrong way. You're taking it like he was annoyed. He's not annoyed. He doesn't know what to say to you. He doesn't know how to react, and he wants it to be over because it makes him uncomfortable because he doesn't know what to do.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what happened.
Zach, Ronnie just walked in here. I just want to get your take on Ronnie's sort of rise as a star. I mean, you know what he did beforehand. Now he's a media personality.
Yeah.
And does it surprise you at all that Ronnie's become this sort of entertainment force?
No, I think Howard talks about Ronnie so much that it was bound to happen. I mean, the guys that Howard focuses on, as a fan, they obviously become, Gary, the ultimate example. They become celebrities in their own right. And Howard talks about Ronnie all the time. So the fans are interested in what Howard's interested in.
Were you guys exchanging working with Bill Lawrence stories when you met, or?
Yeah, we talked about Cougar Town a little bit, and he's telling me about all his 3 shows that are coming out, plus Cougar Town being renewed. So.
Ronnie was surprised I didn't have an entourage.
No entourage. I was shocked.
I just showed up with my backpack, and he looked at me like something was wrong with me.
It is rare. I have to say, it's rare that somebody shows up alone.
Very rare.
I don't have an entourage. I don't roll like that.
Well, at least you had a hot chick show up later. For your entourage.
That was a whole other disaster. She walked in
during the Richard thing.
And Richard's getting beer poured in his ass, and I wanted to turn the TV off in there because
what happens is the company that I have where my publicist works sends someone, even though I often have never met the person. Right. That's just they feel like it's their duty to send someone, and they send this poor girl, and she's sitting in the dressing room with me, and she looks up at the monitor. And it is, I mean, I'm a fan. I've seen a lot of shit on this show. This was probably the most graphic thing I've ever seen. It was an overhead shot down into Richard's asshole. I mean, you could see like what he ate for dinner last night. And this poor girl she's sitting here like this with her hand over her eyes.
And I wanted to turn the TV off. I go, I'm going to turn the TV off. And Zach's like, no, I want to see how this ends.
Well, yeah, I was fascinated and riveted. But,
she was fine, but I was bummed.
She's been here before. She knows the deal.
All right.
I got to go because I'm doing I'm doing other radio shows.
Okay.
But I had to stop by and say hi. And
thank you.
We got to take a break, but please plug the Kickstarter.
Oh, yeah. Please check it out, Kickstarter.com. And you can search for my name, Zach Braff, or the title of the movie, which is Wish I Was Here. We only have 48 more hours, so come join the fun. I promise you, you're going to have a good time.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, all we talked about was anxiety. It started off with JD and his anxiety to meet anybody who's coming through who wants to meet him, and that quickly turned to Bill Hader's anxiety and everyone's anxiety here about working on this show. So get ready for plenty of anxiety. Before we get to Bill Hader and Lisa Lampanelli, I do want to talk about the role playing that you and Howard did to help JD and how it had absolutely no effect whatsoever.
You know, I really, really do like JD, and we do break his balls a little bit, but the stuff that I was saying off the air and on the air today, I really think in my mind is constructive. You know, I want to help him because I was saying to the news, like, I know that if this thing went away tomorrow, one of the dream jobs he'd love to have would be to do a similar job for Jimmy Kimmel. Mm-hmm. So he now has standing behind him the head writer and Jimmy's wife. And I'm just like, so sort of like, just talk a little bit, be a little bit more. And then Julie said to me, well, if JD becomes charming, is he still JD? And I'm like, yeah, he'll always be JD, but I just wish he were a little more talkative because I feel like I've spent a lot of time over the years telling JD how good he is at his job. I still don't think you know how good you are, and I think you don't.
I will never say how good I am.
You can't feel the compliment.
You can tell it to me, but if I start to if I start to believe it, I don't want to. I'd rather just say, all right, thank you, and I'll just keep doing my thing.
But you can know you're good at something and still be humble.
Yeah, well, okay, but I know I'm dedicated and stuff like that, but if I voice it, I feel there's an arrogant part.
You don't have to voice it, but you can be like, hey, thank you, I work really hard, I do appreciate it. You can't even do that. But the thing I was going to ask you before I turn it over to John, are you surprised, like, when people come here, they want to meet you? You're one of the people they want to meet.
I mean, it's nice. It's a little surreal. So, to hear that sort of thing. So, I mean, but I don't know how to feel about that. It's like, all right, okay. It's, it's cool. But, if I think, I'm, I don't know. I just, it's nice.
Can you at least admit that you're great at pouring beer in my ass?
I am very excellent at pouring beer. Although yesterday I don't think I did so well. It was a lot harder coming. It was a lot. It didn't come out as good. It comes out better out of the bottles than the cups, I think.
See, my theory on this, Gary, is that when you bring someone over to him, JD feels like he's bothering the person that you're bringing over, even though you're technically bothering JD.
That's right.
Is that fair?
I don't necessarily feel like that. I just don't want to. I don't want to do something or say something that would make them feel negative or whatever. I don't want to mess anything up. But you
usually don't. I mean, there's other people that work here that have to worry about that. That you're not one of them.
Well, still, I don't know.
Do you have any desire? If you knew it would go well, do you have a desire to interact?
Sure. I would love to be able to be as I was listening to. I could hear Zach and Richard and Sal talking in there, and they were, they were able to talk to him like this, coming up with things to talk about or whatever. My brain, for some reason, just locks up whenever it's interacting with someone I don't know.
So you'd like it to get better then?
Sure, but I mean, I would,
I know somebody here he was really excited about interacting with one day. Selena Gomez.
Well, listen, it was a hot chick.
Did you interact with her?
Hold on. No. Well, first of all, no one was back here to give a tour. And some guy comes back here and goes, Selena Gomez would like a tour. I was like, sure, I'll do it. It's fine with me. It's like, get it and talk to Selena Gomez.
He jumped. I've never seen him jump up quicker.
So you took her around?
Hold on. So I wait out by the door. I'm just standing there. She's signing the wall. The guy's like, he gives the Nick sign.
You mean like, the cut neck sign?
He's like, it's actually Selena's dad that wants the tour. and then they didn't have time to do that. So
he was shoving gum into his mouth.
Well,
and
yeah,
everything.
I didn't want to stink.
You know how I was talking today about.
And I don't know how well I would have given the tour, but I mean, because I was getting nervous, so I don't know how good it would have been.
You know, I was talking today about how you don't turn around when you're in the chair.
Mm-hmm.
I do have to say, if it's a hot chick of any kind, the whole chair turns around. I'm not saying it's wrong, but the whole chair does turn around.
Oh, well, of course. Yeah.
But I think you should do that for anybody.
No, I know. Well, I thought I turned around to Zach, because he had to stare at the Stacy Keeler poster, and he was motioning at that, and I turned around, and then said hello and whatever, and so I turned around. I turn around.
Your body language is not inviting.
I don't know what to do about that. I can only try.
Well, we'll see if anything changes as different people come by, and if you evolve at all.
I was a little worried. I was a little worried Gary was going to bring Bill Hader over, and I was like, I wouldn't know what to say to him.
Why?
I don't know. I like him, but I just wouldn't know what to say to him.
Hey, nice to meet you. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, well,
that's all you got to say.
Hey, but it's interesting that it seems like, from what you're saying, like a lot of guys will lock up even more with a girl they're attracted to. But it seems like, is it because you're so, like, that gets you past the shyness, that your desire to connect with them?
What do you mean?
Like, why with a attractive woman are you more comfortable to open up? Usually it's the opposite way.
Because he's horny.
I don't even necessarily open. I mean, I would still talk the same way. Like, I wouldn't know what to say to them or whatever.
It's a friendlier vibe, bordering on leering at times.
Well,
hey, F you, Gary. What do you want me to do?
Well, speaking of Bill Hader, were you surprised at how much anxiety he has? I mean, and continues to have? I mean, he's done SNL for a number of years, but he said before every single show he gets really, really nervous. And I wonder if that would ever go away for him. Do you guys ever feel that way coming in here? Like,
Never.
if you're going to do a bit or something like that, you feel anxious or nervous?
Absolutely.
I do.
I have dreams of Howard. I mean, almost every single night I have dreams about this show.
What was the last dream you had?
Last night.
What was the dream?
I was in the middle of talking to Richard about something in the hallway, and Scott the engineer, and actually you as well. And we were just discussing some bits and stuff, and then he came out of his office, and we were just like, oh, we better get in our office, so he's going to yell at us. And that was it. That was the whole dream.
And then Sal had a nocturnal emission.
Yeah. I mean, when you work in an entertainment like this, in the entertainment industry, and a place like this, how can you not have anxiety?
Yeah, I'm having anxiety today because I upset Howard when I mentioned Sal's name. I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have done that.
And I have anxiety because he got pissed off when my name was mentioned. I mean, how does that make somebody feel? That's your boss you're looking to please, and he's yelling at somebody else because just your name came up? He's making me out to be the goddamn Boston Bomber. I'm a fucking guy breaking my ass trying to do my best here, and this guy's ripping me to shreds just because my name came up. So you're asking me if I have anxiety? That's your fucking answer, jackass.
Now take a puff off that electronic cigarette.
Exactly.
Calm yourself down.
Are you dreaming about Howard as well?
No, but I have anxiety, especially when we do specialty shows, like the birthday shows. For weeks I wouldn't be able to sleep before those, and the night before I almost did, I knew I'd have to get up 2 hours early. I hardly slept for those. We go out to Vegas to do a show. Remote shows always give me a lot of anxiety because it's different, and I think they give Howard anxiety, and we could probably go back and do a montage of this, but I would say almost every first show in Vegas, almost every, not the birthday shows so much, but the other ones, he generally yells at me in the first 5 minutes of the show because he's so freaked out.
Right, to get comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Benji, how about
I'm
you?
a scratching post.
I've gotten yelled at by Howard a lot, like when I'm in the shower, and I'll have like an argument with him in my head for like 10 minutes, and then I'm like, oh my God, I got to get out of the shower.
Are you replaying an argument that's happened already?
Replaying an
or
argument, future
arguments
from 4 years from now, yeah.
How about you, JD?
I just have anxiety about everything. So,
no, but
what's your worst?
In particular,
what's your worst case scenario?
What's our worst case?
Yeah, like when you think of the worst thing that could happen.
Not having something for the show, not having anything any material or anything.
Sean in Massachusetts, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey now.
Hey, Sean.
JD, big fan. Pleasure meeting you in Boston.
Thank you.
When a guest like Bill Hader and Zach Braff come in, do you start thinking to yourself, wow, I got to get going with my future career after the show, and Bill has problems with anxiety too, and you got to get something going, right? You have that.
I mean, it's not just when they're on the show. I mean, that's just me daily in my head. So, I don't know. That's just me daily.
But you're not jealous of them, are you?
No.
Like, what about with Zach Braff? I mean, he's had a good history with the ladies. Is that bother you
of
at
course, I'm jealous of that. But who wouldn't be?